Hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
We're in jolly old England.
Hello, puppet. I'm so sorry, but not. Anyway, welcome back to the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Yay! Woo. After we're done playing this, Ergo is gonna take me on a date. Aren't you, Ergo?
Sure.
He's gonna. You're gonna. You're gonna take me on a date to the jolly old Olive Garden.
Okay.
Because when you're here, you're family, as advertised in the Sonic movies. Oh, hello, Nightshade. I'm doing well. Ergo, how about you?
Yeah, I'm good.
You're good? Yeah, we're doing all right. How about you, Nightshade? I hope that you're doing well. When we last left off in the Chronicles of the Great Ace Attorney, we had finished talking to the little British girl who also works with...
Wait, what?
Well, she's the inventor girl. That's actually what I should have called her. The little Miss Inventor girl. And she lives with Holmes. Sholmes. She lives with Sholmes. And now we are going to... I don't know, whatever. I guess we're going to court now.
Well, no. Do you remember the cases? Is that we have the poet from...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're representing a poet from Japan.
Yeah, and...
Yeah, he's fun. I like him.
It was, we went to his place where he lived.
Yes.
And then there was, like, the weird guy that was, like, the what do you call it? The... landlord.
Yeah.
And
his really sus maid.
Yeah.
Who kept pouring like tea or coffee in his lap every time he was gonna say something.
And then right now in the background is where we are now. We're in his like that's his room. It's full of books.
Also, I just noticed the stream avatars. They're still Pokemon.
Yes.
So I guess you can choose whichever one you want.
Yes.
You can either choose Animal Crossing or Pokemon.
Yes.
Intrigue. I want to see Goldie beat the shit out of a Murkrow. Hang on.
Wait, but I was going to change mine.
Hang on. No, I want to attack you as a Murkrow. Hang on. Here, finish the recap. You're doing such a good job, baby.
I mean, that was it.
Oh, okay.
I don't know who to change to though.
Well, here, I'm dueling you now. So you have time to pick that later.
Hold on.
No, not hold on. Goldie's... Oh, that's right. You're going to have to accept it, yeah. Okay, so accept my duel. Let my little dog beat the crap out of you.
Wait,
my giant dog, actually. Come on, Goldie, wreck him.
Beating up a bird.
Come on, Goldie. Wreck that Murkrow. Who will win? Goldie or Murkrow? Da, da, da. Oh, oh, oh. And the squirrel's just watching, like. No! Goldie! She exploded! No!
Wow. Brutal.
No! I will get vengeance. Anyway, so yeah, I guess Ergo did pretty much recap everything that we've been through. Hang on, I'm gonna hug you real quick. Oh, here. I forget I have to do that. There you go. I'm gonna hug you.
Aww.
It looks more like I'm hugging the squirrel, but you know, there you go.
Yeah, you got in the way.
Because you're so tiny. Okay, well anyway, enough of this. It's fine to hear this theme song playing for like an hour, but like, you know, let's go off and continue playing.
What do you do?
Oh, that's right, it's the mouse, that's right. I was looking for a controller. I'm sorry.
I was like, it's not on the Switch.
In my defense, it's been a while. Alright, so let's go and play! I think we're actually in court now.
No, you're still in the room.
Oh, yeah, we are. Hey, what's up, Sholmes? Reading your book? Yeah, you having fun? Why'd we end off here, though? I guess we were both getting tired or something.
Yeah.
Okay, so should we just leave? think we found everything here?
I guess. Gotta remember what we're doing. Hold on, press back. Go back. Or,
Hang on, well, we haven't been here yet.
yes, we have.
Oh, yeah, we have. Oh, although,
I guess we're
you know what that means?
talking to him again.
That means there's something new we haven't done. Okay, who were you? Were you both of these people?
I don't... Oh, was I?
I think you were, because you were like a voice like this.
What was my voice for Garridub?
I do not know.
Just like a very, like, smug voice, like, you pair again.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Like, did you voice them both though? I'm pretty sure you did.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It is so weird that he stirs his drink with his pipe.
Tell me, was the detective chap, I forget his name, still hard at work down there?
Mr. Herlock Sholmes?
Ah, yes, rings a vague bell. All that detective business isn't really my thing, I'm afraid.
Man, look at that Adam's apple. Woo! Well, Mr. Sholmes is in his element down there. He's reading a book.
Jolly good show. Sorry, I'm still looking at the avatars to try and find an Animal Crossing village. Another cup of tea, if you please, Joan.
Not in my lap now.
Now then, why don't you tell me what...
Why does he employ her?
It's time, woman. Will you watch what you're Bollywell doing? Like, she's like, I shall be serving dinner shortly, sir. Yes, of course. Frightfully rude of me, but I'm afraid I shall have to ask you to take your leave if you'd be so kind.
Oh, yes, of course. We are deeply grateful for all of your assistance.
Not at all, not at all. Don't get much chance to talk with young foreigners like yourselves. It's been a pleasure. Best of luck and all that. Perhaps you could see yourselves out.
The door's over there. Joan will probably just pour tea on you if you ask her to open it for you. According to Mr. Sholmes, Mr. Garrideb is hiding something. And since no other avenues of investigation seem open to us...
I'll be Genji.
Do it. Oh, that's so cute. And since no other avenues of investigation seem open to us at the moment, perhaps we should do some digging. Oh, is that? Wait, oh, I thought that was Sholmes. Can I move?
I mean, you could do examine. Yeah. No. But yeah.
Oh, there it is. Yep. What's he doing over there? Mr. Sholmes!
Aha! We meet again, my dear fellows! Good gracious, when did you sneak in here? Herlock Sholmes, sir, at your service. Whatever were you doing over by the window?
Is this too many people? Are you okay?
It's fine. I am given to watching the evening sky as the sun sets, madam.
Nightshade, I love how Sholmes just comes out wherever he wants, and he's chaos. He really is.
Sorry, I'm customizing my avatar.
Getting yourself a cute outfit? Hell yeah.
Okay. Yet sadly, cheerful as the room downstairs undoubtedly is, it lacks an aperture for such observation. So I took the liberty of borrowing a small corner of space by the window up here.
I'm a cat.
Well...
Keeping an eye to one's windows at dusk is the prudent thing to do in London, I'm gathering.
And one other thing, Mr. Naruhodo.
Me?
I thought perhaps you might be in need of a certain great detective's great mind.
Yeah, you know one? Oh! Wait, he's not talking about... Is he... I didn't expect to be going through that again so soon.
Oh, the like deduction showdown thing or whatever.
Right? Do you mean Mr. Sholmes?
There is a mighty secret in this modest room.
You mean the weird blood stain or whatever on the carpet? The weird burn?
I think it's fire, yeah.
Yeah.
Like part of the...
Oh, yeah, because there's a candle there.
My eyes see even the most trivial of trifles. I take it you're prepared, Mr. Naruhodo.
What if he's actually going to bring up that? He's like, clearly the apron on the cannon is suspect. You know how he works weird. I think so.
What if he shot the knife out of the cannon at the victim?
Killing her with gravity.
Although she's actually not dead, remember?
Oh yeah.
She's in the hospital.
Is this the first time we're representing not a corpse in an Ace Attorney game?
Or not a murderer, just an attempted murder?
Yeah.
There's just time enough for one of my greatly admired great deductions. I'm so great. Let us conclude the matter before dark.
That's why it's called the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, because I'm the greatest.
But wait, it's Great Ace Attorney, not Great Detective.
Exactly. I am the Great Ace Attorney.
Mr. Garadeb. Though it would seem you are a military man of considerably distinguished service, your standing as a landlord is most certainly not what one might call first-rate. I'm afraid, sir, that it is all too clear to me. There are two conclusions I have been able to draw by careful observation of your living arrangements. I beg your pardon? The first is that even as we speak, you are concealing the presence of a ferocious beast in your care?
Let it be a doggy! Let it be a doggy!
Eh? And the second is that as a result of the beast's violent rampage, you have lost something very dear to you.
Oh, Mr. Naruhodo, look! The old man's broken out in a cold sweat. Unbelievably, it seems Mr. Sholmes' conclusions are both spot on.
How could you possibly? How could I possibly know? You mean to inquire? The answer couldn't be simpler, sir. For in the dense jungle of logic and reasoning, I am the king of beasts. And I know only too well that wild beasts are not easily tamed.
It's confirmed. Herlock Sholmes, beast in the sheets.
What?
What?
Why would you say that?
I don't know. Why would I?
So shall we begin? Once again, Herlock Sholmes is proud to present his logic and reasoning spectacular.
Woo! Let's go!
The game is afoot.
But what about a hand?
Nature of the beast. Alright. It certainly shouldn't take a great detective to see that a fearsome beast has been on the rampage of late within these four walls. Thus, we are faced with the question, what form might the beast take? For a man with a military breeding, your eyes are uncommonly candid. Aye! Your furtive glance, Mr. Garadeb, leads us directly to the answer.
A lion!
The true nature of the beast that has run rampant here is revealed by that lion statue.
Oh, is it a cat?
Yes, though an army man, you appear unimposing at best. A fact that has fueled your admiration for the mighty lion, the king of beasts. What is this piffle, I ask you? In the end, your admiration became so great, in fact, that you had a living, breathing specimen shipped from India, which you tried to keep in this very house. What? Yet living with such a wild beast proved more difficult than you had imagined. The chilling traces of a wild rampage are still very much in evidence. Well... Yet as we look around, the beast in question fails to present itself. Where could this angry creature have disappeared to? Madam? Me? I pray you do not consider me unchivalrous, but it is plain to me with one glance in your direction. It is?
You're sus as hell.
Your dress pocket gives us a handsome clue as to the beast's current whereabouts. For protruding from it is a handbill advertising a circus show. Oh! Yes, you sought to dispose of this terrifying lion, Mr. Garadub. At Batty's Circus. I think you're the one that's Batty.
Oh!
A traveling show currently sojourning in a nearby park. I have observed the tents. You think this is like the precursor to the Berry Big Circus?
Ooh, yeah. That'd be cool.
You sold the savage lion, sir, to the circus troupe. I most certainly did not. I believe I have made my point. The fearsome beast which ran amok in this room was an Indian lion. And a simple visit to the circus now will reveal the lion prancing jubilantly through a ring of fire. Alright.
Uh-huh.
Now, Mr. Garadub. It is plainly clear that you still have deep feelings for this formidable beast. Indeed, in that blithe pose, the distress this loss has caused you is veritably tangible.
Oh yeah, he's such a furry.
Your head weighs heavy on your shoulders, the pain you feel being revealed by that supporting arm. Amid fits of tears, you let your beloved beast go. The strain of losing something so dear to you is clearly visible in your visage. Nonsense, man. I simply... But what, we must now ask ourselves, is the true cause of this pain? And we need only follow the direction of your gaze to find the answer. Yes, it is this pile of bills that has given rise to the pain you suffer.
Yeah.
Every envelope contains another demand for payment.
Yeah, fair.
Oh! For cartloads of meat, potatoes, wheat, and tea. Indeed, feeding your beloved has had a devastating impact on the financial circumstances of your household. Wait, the meat part, but wait, tea? Were you giving it tea?
Yeah, so lions love tea.
Yeah.
You didn't know that?
So you had no choice but to let it go. Yes, well, Now, in a final fit of rage, the ferocious beast carried out one last unimaginable attack. Unimaginable? The aftermath of which can be clearly seen by observing the carpet over there. A very expensive woolen carpet, if I am not mistaken. Oh, dearie me! What could have caused such a destructive outburst? This time, madam, I'm afraid it is you who has inadvertently revealed the truth to me.
Yeah, your one eye keeps doing that.
Your wandering eye has settled upon the answer very neatly indeed. Wait. You don't think it's the candle? Yes, to explain the dire state of the carpet, we need only look at the Tower of Cakes. Ah! There is no creature more dangerous on this earth than a beast with an unsatiated appetite.
Yeah, that's me.
Was it or was it not once said by a certain noblewoman, if they have no bread, let them eat cake? Food is at the heart of all tragedy, in fact. Whatever do you mean? Having tired of the taste of cake. Oh wait, All Striker redeemed sing mode.
Heck yeah, he did. So you gotta sing now because you're eating.
Okay.
You gotta sing now, baby. Singing is mandatory. Okay. Hang on, wait for it to strike 24, so that way we know exactly when to stop.
Alright, yeah, I'll just start it. Assuming that 24 is the start.
Okay.
Singing until
Proven innocent. Heck yeah. The great Ace Attorney musical. Ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba.
Oh, the beast began to stalk its next prey. I'm sure I need not spell out the nature of this final act of destruction carried out by the beast.
The beast!
There is only one logical conclusion. Worked into a frenzy by hunger, the lion attacked and ate the carpet.
Yum, yum, nom, nom. The lion ate the carpet.
The teeth marks in the carpet are a perfect match with those of a lion I once saw in India.
Lions often eat carpet. There you go. That's the deduction. Man Shums is weird, wouldn't you say?
Thus
he comes up with
Sherlock
weird
Holmes'
shit
great
every
deduction of the
day.
beastly puzzle. Oh.
They are shocked and awed.
Ah. What is the matter? What is the matter with you, Joan? You're pouring scalding hot tea all over me. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Garrett, but I'm afraid I didn't notice.
She does it all the time, she fucking notices.
My deductions can be startlingly sharp. It stands to reason that your cup runneth over.
Ooh, 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 ooh.
Indeed, my revelations can make people spill tears at times too.
Wah, wah,
Now it's
wah.
rapping. Is that?
Ooh.
Oh, and hello, all Striker. Welcome.
Thank you for raiding Striker and for doing the sing mode. Let's go shout him out. He's really, really cool, you know. Ooh, he was playing Pokemon X and Y. How have the Pokemon been doing? I'm glad you love this, and that's why you save your points. Mr. Shum, sorry to butt in again, but could I make an observation?
Why, certainly, Mr. Naruhodo. What is it again?
Well, your deductions just now. Do you really think a lion could have fit inside a room of this size?
Indeed, it is the only explanation for the facts. The terrifying truth all too often lies behind the realms of common sense.
But wouldn't it be an idea to consider what lies inside the realms of common sense as well? But if an uncaged lion had run amok in this very room, surely Mr. Garradeb and his maid would have been hurt or worse.
Ah, that's where you were stuck. No doubt the former military man held his own against the beast using that large cannon.
A lion with a cannon, a lion with a cannon. I thought you said they sold the lion to the circus. And what about the food? Meat and potatoes are one thing. But I don't believe I've ever heard of a lion that drinks tea.
Ah, my dear Miss Susato, it occurs to me with some regularity that irrespective of race and breeding, whenever anyone lands on Great British soil, they are infused with a highly appropriate taste for afternoon tea. Even the animals?
Oh, what a glorious notion. Well then, Mr. Naruhodo, it's your turn to shine again.
Fix all of his mistakes.
I had a feeling that was coming. A slight massage, that's all Mr. Shom's seductions need. You can do it.
Excellent. I've been waiting for my trusty partner in deduction to step forward, Mr. Naruhodo.
We don't even know whether or not this is going to help with Mr. Natsume's case. Still, uncovering the truth is always worthwhile, whatever the motivation. At least that's what I want to believe.
Let us start again from the beginning of Herlock Sholmes' logic and reasoning spectacular.
Course correction time! Hold it, Mr. Sholmes!
It certainly shouldn't take a great detective to see that a fearsome beast has been on the rampage of late within these four walls. Thus we are faced with the question, what form might this beast take? For a man with a military breeding, your eyes are uncommonly candid. Oh yeah, I forget, this is just repeating what he already said, right? Yeah.
All this stuff we've already said. Blah, 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 stuff you know. Blah, 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 it's a lion, 'cause there's a statue up on the mantle.
Okay.
I really didn't see the lion thing coming. No, but if you observe Mr. Garreteb's reaction, it rather seems as though some beast did indeed run amok here in this room. Yes, something with a very fierce nature, but it couldn't have been a lion transported from India. So what was it then? We must follow Mr. Garreteb's gaze.
Oh, I think we've gone past 5 minutes. Because we said 24, right?
So we have no more singing now. Thank you for redeeming it, Striker. Yeah.
Well,
that will lead us to the true answer.
okay. So we're looking around.
The true nature of the beast that has run rampant here is revealed by the lion statue.
Mortar shells.
Thank you, Nightshade. Oh, here. Oh, there's a photo.
Oh.
Oh.
Ooh, photograph.
Oh.
Yeah, he's looking at that, you think?
Maybe. Let's look at it. A kid! What is this photograph?
Every time I do, it makes me laugh.
It appears to be from Mr. Garreteb's wedding. He looks very happy, doesn't he? He looks very happy, doesn't he? He does, but you can't make out his bride.
Okay, it's his wife, not a kid, I guess.
Looks like one, though. It's a little weird. Uh-huh.
I don't know.
No, how unfortunate. Something must have struck the glass directly over the woman's face. I wonder what happened. Probably best not to delve too deeply here. The glass is broken, so you can't see the bride's face at all. But no amount of cracks can hide the woman's plump form. Is it Joan?
Oh.
I think powerful would be kinder than plump, Mr. Naruhodo. Yes, she certainly looks that. There's a lot of horsepower there.
Oh my god.
Not someone you'd want to upset, that's for sure. Oh, look! Have you noticed her wedding ring? It's very large, isn't it? Yes, that's an unusual design. It looks like some sort of embellished sunflower.
Okay.
This must have been when Mr. Garreteb was still in the army. He seems to be carrying his rather stout bride effortlessly and beaming a smile at the same time. I suppose he was very strong in his younger years. Hard to imagine now. He's as thin as a rake.
Okay, so...
I still think her proportions are a little too small.
Mm-hmm. Great. You looked at that. I guess we can examine the statue.
Yeah, let's examine the statue. Well, this is the lion statue that Mr. Sholmes picked out. Yes, I wonder. Perhaps if you did live with a lion, it would prove to be a rather sweet companion. I think that's like a mouse trying to tell its family that the cat around the house is sweet. I suppose it is a bit of a flight of fancy, isn't it? Anyway, the beast we're looking for is something else. Let's have a good look around.
And then there are the shells.
These are shells for the cannon, are they? What a strange place to keep them. I imagine they have some significance to Mr. Garadeb from his time in the army. Of course, he mentioned a battle to us before, didn't he? Do you remember? He said that he'd been shot in the knee. Perhaps it was one of these that hit him?
If a round that size had hit his knee, there'd be nothing left of it, or Mr. Garadeb for that matter. Mr. Sholmes has a Persian slipper. And this man has spent shells. Perhaps it's customary in Britain to display, well, rubbish on the mantelpiece.
Then hello there, Mike. Welcome to the stream. How are you? I love that there's a mix of both Pokemon and Animal Crossing characters in the...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, look at all that. Look at all that. Hang on. So yeah, Nightshade is still a Pokemon. He's still Rhydon.
There's a Ditto in there.
And Mike is still Chansey, right? Or Blissey right now. Striker is still the... Blaziken, thank you. I like that, Drapsnat. I love your little hamster buddy. Love it.
Yeah, with a hat and glasses.
So cute. Yes. But heck yeah, rep your faves of whomever you want. I do feel like the statue, or the picture...
to do with this.
It appears to be from the wedding. Yeah.
Okay.
And we're doing well. We're just trying to figure this out.
Do you think it was her?
Maybe.
Because also, I mean, yeah, I'm guessing this is Joan, right?
I'm thinking so yeah.
Actually...
I mean, no wonder he hasn't fired her for pouring coffee in his lap the whole time. Yeah.
You want to try presenting that?
Sure, let's do it.
I guess we were right.
The true nature of the beast that has run rampant here is revealed by that newlywed bride. Even though in the picture she looks kind of like a child.
It's just the dress, because it looks like a kid's dress, yeah.
Yeah.
Precisely, Mr. Naruhodo. No other explanation could possibly fit.
I gave you a hint by pointing at the statue, so I'm good.
Yeah. Yes, this framed print pictures your wife, Mr. Garadeb. And while we lament the fact that her face is obscured, we can still make...
We can still make out her mighty arms, and note the considerable horsepower they must contain.
Indeed, surely any woman of such powerful constitution would be honored to be described as a beast.
Honored might be stretching a point.
Too late. The fact remains that the beast... Spaghetti? What? Oh, would you like some spaghetti?
Yes. See, you're going to Olive Garden later. You gotta get some spaghetti.
The fact remains that the beast which so clearly savaged this room was your wife, Mr. Garadeb. The chilling traces of a wild rampage are still very much in evidence. Well... Yet as we look around, the beast in question fails to present itself. Where could this angry creature have disappeared to? Madam? Me? I pray you do not consider me unchivalrous, but it is plain to me with one glance in your direction. It is? Oh, well. Your dress pocket gives us a handsome clue.
The poor, fragile, defenseless woman is beside herself.
Well, I don't know about fragile.
Oh dear. Anyway, Mr. Sholmes is quite right. There's no sign of Mr. Garadeb anywhere. Of a Mrs. Garadeb anywhere.
But it seems there may be a clue as to her whereabouts. A clue that this maid is trying to hide. I wonder where Mr. Garadeb's wife could be.
So I think.
Oh, there it is.
That's what I was like.
Yeah,
look at her
yeah.
hand. Can you imagine if we get at this angle? We just crouch down in front of her. She's like, what are you doing?
What are you doing? She's wearing a very large ring. Look.
Oh yes, a sunflower design with some rather nice embellishments. And it's on the ring finger of her left hand, which means it's surely a wedding ring.
It looks like it's on there for life, too. I can't imagine it would slide off a finger of that size.
Rinosuke, we get it.
Rinosuke, could you please not? You're being very rude.
Stop calling her.
That's something to think, Mr.
Yeah, there you
Naruto.
go. Not to say.
Not to say. Do you know Mr. Garadeb's wife in the photograph had a ring very much like this one?
Probably just a coincidence.
It was a large sunflower design as well.
Really? You have a great memory for these things. We just looked at it.
It was like 1 minute ago.
A large sunflower wedding ring. It's quite a coincidence that they have the same ring, isn't it?
Yeah.
Coincidence? I think not.
Coincidence. This is kind of funny. We're just orbit around, dramatic. Let's get the ring.
Present that ring, baby!
Oh wait, oops. I just examined it again. Hold on. There you go, if I hold it.
Okay, now
There you go.
present.
Your wedding ring gives us a handsome clue as to the beast's current whereabouts. Right in front of us.
Indeed it does. That flowery band gleaming on your finger gives you away. For it is identical to the one shown on the hand of Mr. Garadeb's bride in this photographic print.
In other words, you are no ordinary household maid.
Oh! No. You are Mr. Garadeb's lucky bride. You are Mrs. Garadeb herself. Oh my word! Oh no! Well, jolly fine detecting, sir.
Much better than that other guy.
As you rightly surmised, this is the wife, yes, my Joan. Rather let herself go, you might say, but she was a...
You deserve that.
It would appear that you don't live in the most comfortable of circumstances. After all, you are a retired army man, yet you are in the business of renting out rooms. I would assume, therefore, you have insufficient means to employ a maid. Would that be correct? It's not right, I tell you. I was second lieutenant of the 3rd Regiment. A man has his pride, don't you know? By golly, it's a sorry thing when a chap can't even afford to have a single maid in his employ. So he just makes his wife dress up as a maid.
Wow. Kinky?
Well, it's just...
And also kind of rude?
Just to make himself seem richer.
Yeah.
Yes, here in London, one is rather judged. A household cannot be considered worthy of society if it employs no staff at all. Though in my considerable opinion, or considered opinion, such concerns about appearances are a folly.
You mean Mr. Garadeb has his wife work as his maid?
Precisely. Am I right, Mr. Garadeb?
No wonder she pours coffee or tea into his lap. I would.
Yeah.
Right on, Miss Garadeb.
Obviously, but listen here, this must remain a secret. Tip-top secret, please. The raging wife. Gotta find out, like, why she broke everything. Okay. I mean, we've already figured out the carpet thing.
Yeah.
No,
It's
Mr.
the candle.
Garrett. It is plainly clear that you still have deep feelings for this formidable beast.
She's quite a hottie.
Oh, wait, right. This is still saying the same thing as last time. I already sang this. Yeah, your head weighs heavy on your shoulders. Wait, something about his arm?
Revealed by that supporting arm. Mr. Sholmes is quite something. He's still calling Mr. Garrideb's wife a beast.
Yes, as a woman, that feels rather uncomfortable.
But Mr. Garrideb is standing beside her. Oh, but Mrs. Garrideb is standing beside her husband as we speak.
It's like, sorry, it's the 1800s. There's still a lot of misogyny. It's
Yeah, a little bit. Just a hint of misogyny, you know? In other words, he hasn't lost his beloved at all, has he?
Oh, how true. So perhaps that supporting arm that seems to be propping up his head has some other significance then.
According to Mr. Sholmes, Mr. Garrideb's pain is tangible, though. What could that pose of his really signify?
Okay. Oh yeah, see, I was noticing or slap. I thought it was a burn mark.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my, look at that.
Oh my, look at that bright red mark.
Gosh, that's quite something, and clearly made by somebody's hand.
Yeah, like how long can a slap mark remain? Like,
You know, goodness gracious, you know, the way he treats his wife, I don't blame her.
Yes, Mr. Garrideb has been slapped on the face, it seems. Hard.
also, like, yeah, one finger was in the eye. Gee.
Like Jesus, yeah. I've never seen such a clearly defined mark. I will say, do not advocate for domestic abuse, by the way. Not cool at all. But again, he kinda is a bitch to her, I guess, a little. So, you know, in the context of this game, I get it. Whoever could have done such a thing?
Well, there's a very limited number of candidates, I'd say.
Yeah. So okay, that's probably what we're gonna present. I kind of just want to zoom around a bit again.
Boom, 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 zoom, zoom. Whoa, whoa, bow, 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 bow.
Yeah, present that.
Oops.
Take that!
Your head weighs heavy on your shoulders. The pain you feel being revealed by that slapped cheek.
And of course, the deliverer of that impressive mark on your cheek that refuses to fade was you, Madame Joan Garrideb. Well, yes.
But you see, he called me his maid.
You have been desperate to hide the slap mark on your cheek, sir. Oh, that's why we've always been seeing him from one side.
Oh.
Ah.
Oh no, it's because of my fancy moon pattern.
How the blazes? How did you work that out, man? Nothing escapes the notice of one trained in the art of observation, my dear fellow. We're the ones who saw it, though.
Yep. That's why you haven't looked directly at us, even once.
I thought it was just like a character design thing, but it was actually on purpose.
Right? Again, I thought it was the moon aesthetic.
Yeah.
To keep your other side from view.
Well, Now, let us proceed to the next conundrum. Why were you subjected to such a violent slap? Looking... In other words, we must ask ourselves, what caused Madame Garrideb to fly into a rage? Oh, she's looking over here. And we need only follow the direction of your gaze to find the answer. Wait, there was like a bucket. Was it a bucket? Yes, it is this pile of bills that has given rise to the pain you suffer.
Didn't Mr. Sholmes say that the bills were all for lion fodder?
Yes, but now we've established that the lion never existed. Which can only mean that the thing responsible for gobbling up all that food was Mr. Garrideb's wife.
Mr. Naruhodo, she's a person, not a thing.
Yes, well... She's also a person who gave her husband a mighty slap around the face. We're not supporting domestic abuse here. One so hard that it left a perfect hand mark, in fact.
Yes, why would a woman want to hit her husband with such force, I wonder?
I'd love to know the answer to that question.
Let's find.
Let's look at the book. Yeah.
Bookmark. Oh.
Oh! Well, now I get it.
Someone must be reading this book at the moment. There's a bookmark here, too. Look.
Mr. Garadeb is clearly an avid reader. Oh, wait a minute. I don't think this is a bookmark.
Oh, no. So it isn't. It's a note written in a woman's hand. Oh, James, I love you. Yours, Mary?
And look, next to the signature here, lip marks.
Made with lipstick. Oh, what a passionate and romantic gesture.
Don't get any ideas, Susato-san.
Oh, dear. I'm sorry.
So this bookmark is actually a love note then.
Alright. I'm gonna say it's probably what we're presenting. Here's more stuff. Some more broken plates.
Oh dear, this plate has been smashed to pieces. And nobody seems inclined to tidy up the mess.
Perhaps it's some sort of high art.
Really, Mr. Naruhodo?
Well, anyone who has a cannon on display in their living room is clearly a little eccentric.
Yes, let's call it eccentricity.
Yeah.
I love the note from who's Mary.
Right. Oh, isn't Mary the name of Watson's wife? In canon? Cause
Yeah.
Huh. Who knows?
Yes, it is this love note that has given rise to the pain you suffer.
Oh, James, I love you. Yours, Mary. Passionate indeed. Perhaps the sender of clenching her fist, doing the Arthur meme.
Yeah, hell yeah!
Perhaps the sender of this note, a certain Miss Mary, is the fly in the ointment here. Ah! But I don't know the Bali woman.
You don't know her.
That note wasn't written to me. It was just in the book. I don't know how it got there. It was just in there, you say? That's right. That's what I've been saying. Unlikely story. Now listen here, Joan, old thing. I explained at the time. I bought the book. I've forgotten what his voice sounds like. I bought the book at that secondhand place, and that note must already have been in there.
So the previous owner of the book was using the note as a bookmark, you mean?
That's right. That's what I've... Unlikely story. For heaven's sake, woman, look at the name. It's written to James. My name, in case you've forgotten, is John. Unlikely story. Are you questioning my name now?
God.
And there we have it. Arouse the suspicions of the female heart, and you unleash a beast with the most ferocious bite. Now, in a final fit of rage, the ferocious beast carried out one last unimaginable attack. Unimaginable?
She shot a cannon, didn't she? Oh no, yeah, well, she burned the carpet, yeah.
What was it by observing the carpet? She ate the carpet. Just went crazy. Oh dear me. Yeah, hold on. This time, madam, I'm afraid it is you who has inadvertently revealed the truth. Okay, your wandering eye has settled upon the answer very neatly indeed. That's what we had before. He has to explain the dire state of the carpet. He'll either go to the Tower of Cakes. There you go.
All right. Oh, the candelabra is missing a candle.
Oh yeah.
But surely Mrs. Garadeb didn't eat the carpet?
No, of course not. But there doesn't seem to be any doubt that the state of disarray that this room is in is a result of her wild temper.
No, that's true. So this is the last part of Mr. Sholmes's deduction that we need to fix. We need only to follow Mrs. Garadeb's gaze, and that will tell us the real answer.
All right, let's see what we can see.
Yes.
Telling you, it's that candelabra.
This looks like a very old candlestick, doesn't it?
The base looks too small. Surely it's very unstable. It looks to me like even the slightest knock would make it topple over.
Oh dear, that would be dangerous.
Wait, take a closer look at this. There's one candle missing.
Yes, I didn't notice that before.
Why is that, I wonder? Why is one candle of the 3 missing from its holder?
So, I want to look at anything? Or, oh,
There it is, yep.
I can look at the carpet.
The carpet here has been ripped to shreds.
Yes, and according to Mr. Sholmes's deduction, the tears match these made by an Indian lion's teeth exactly.
Oh, look here.
What is it?
If you look closely at the edge, you can see scorch marks.
Oh yes, you can.
In that,
In that case, perhaps the carpet wasn't eaten in the normal sense at all.
let's rethink this with that in mind.
Yes. So, we're going to...
Take that!
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it's the carpet.
Candlestick.
Yeah.
Okay. Here is the carpet itself.
Now, I realize that appears to be a circular argument, however, it is the tack I've decided to try, and I'm not changing course now.
That deduction was wanting in every way.
Yes, I was wanting you to hear it. I'm quite proud of it.
I find myself wanting never to have heard it. I'm quite pained by it, in fact.
Oh, sorry. I'll try again.
Okay, sorry. I was confused.
So yes, yeah, I guess we are gonna do the candle then.
Or did something else happen to it?
Perhaps that would be answered by examining the carpet in more detail. If we can find another possible explanation, maybe it will lead us to the right answer.
Good idea. Yes, the point is, how did the carpet end up like that?
Okay, maybe try looking at the carpet, but like,
Well, no, I was gonna say present the candle.
oh yeah, okay. There we go.
Yeah.
See, that's what I was thinking, but yeah.
Yes, to explain the dire state of the carpet, we need only to look at the candlestick. See, I was joking about the carpet shit. That was a joke.
Most illuminating, my dear fellow. I get it, because candles.
Yeah.
And of course, the only
That was
possible
my joke.
way out of this logical labyrinth.
Yes, the remnants of a ferocious attack in which the carpet was devoured are clearly visible. Indeed.
Indeed they are. Scorch marks at the edge clearly give the truth away. Even though he was just saying that they were bite marks.
See, the lion was the one who
Yeah.
breathed fire on it.
Yes. Scorch marks! It would appear that this room was the scene of a little marital altercation. Oh.
Mrs. Garadeb's mighty arm muscles left an impression, not only on her husband's face, but on the entire room.
Oh,
The force
of her strike
Oh, sorry.
caused a candle to fall from the holder.
And in seconds, the carpet was alight, and the whole corner of the room in flames.
See, I see that burned book over there.
Yeah.
Yes, For the most ferocious beast in this world is neither a violent lion nor a vengeful woman, but fire.
And in this room, that ferocious beast bared its claws and ran amok.
Eloquently put, my dear fellow. So you see, there is but one conclusion here. That after the sparks of marital discourse flew,
this room was the scene of a fire! Heck yeah, baby, good job.
Yay.
Oh, he's getting up.
Oh my god.
The movement still is weird to me.
Mr. Sholmes, sir, I salute you.
And me!
Uh,
Oh no, he's dead!
She caught him.
Hell yeah. Got he.
So, Elementary.
Why don't we get the recognition we deserve?
Yeah, great job, Sholmes. You just got it completely wrong.
Yeah.
It's these dashed long winter nights, you know. Nothing to do but read in front of the fire. Luckily, there's a jolly good second-hand bookshop just around the corner. Buy all my old novels there. And in the pages of one particular novel, you discovered some rather illicit material.
For which your wife admonished you harshly, it seems.
Don't know about admonished. Demolished might be rather closer to the mark. And beast is most certainly...
Here we go again. And the carpet, was that destroyed by fire when a candle fell on the floor?
Afraid to say it was. Happened in the blink of an eye, you know. The whole place filled with smoke. Couldn't see a bally thing. See, that's gonna... Because they said they saw the thing from the window.
Oh, yeah, but they couldn't if there was smoke in the room.
Yeah. I was caught between the old stick's rage and the raging flames. You paint a torrid picture, sir. One that would have been most entertaining.
That's sympathy for you.
Didn't take long for the fire to spread, of course. The bally furniture started going up as well. We've had to hide the mess behind that screen for the time being.
Over here, Mr. Garadeb.
Well, you have nothing more to hide now, if you'll allow me. Had all my favorite old novels in that case.
Some of them,
Yeah, only a few of them are damaged. But as soon as the fire got hold of them, that was it. Whoosh, up in smoke.
Gosh.
Then the wife started hurling things at me.
What a terrible sight it must have been.
There was I, back up against the window, under heavy enemy fire, incendiary books incoming 10 to the dozen. Worst of it is, I lost my favorite, a book called The Lion's Pride. The Lion's Pride? Yes, your notorious love of big cats coming through again. I assure you the title didn't influence my choice in the slightest.
I'm not a furry! So the poor man really did lose something dear to him as a result of the ferocious beast's rampage.
Mr. Sholmes' deductions turned out to be correct once again.
Not really, Susanoo. It can only be described as a great British wonder.
I tell you, it was total carnage. Flames everywhere and the old stick in full fettle.
Out of interest, what time of day was that?
Not sure I can remember. It was 2 days ago now. Let's see, around 5 o'clock, I think.
So at exactly the same time, as a terrifying incident was unfolding outside your window on the street below.
Even more terrifying on the inside, I can assure you. The whole of Blighty could have been flattened outside my window at that moment, and I wouldn't have noticed a dashed thing.
Thanks for that statement. That's
Yeah.
gonna come in handy later.
Oh, really?
Joan's like, I kind of did a bit of a fucky. I did a bit of a fucky wucky.
Hello, Darren.
Hi, Darren.
How are you? Hope that you are doing well. Welcome to the stream.
Mr. Sholmes?
Yes, Mr. Naruhodo, what can I do for you?
Well, I think we've got to go to the bottom of Mr. Garadeb's situation now. But what does it have to do with Mr. Natsume's circumstances?
I can't help you there, I'm afraid.
What?
My dear fellow, if you recall, I did say as much from the outset. I warned you that although I knew the retired army man to be hiding something, I could not be sure whether his secret would prove to be of relevance or not.
I just knew you were going to say that.
Now, Mr. Naruhodo, you mustn't lose heart. Bear in mind that all things fall into one of only two categories, those relevant to the case and those not.
That makes no sense to me.
And I'm glad you're doing great, Darren. That's wonderful. Hope that you can continue to have a great day.
Well, no matter. It is of far greater importance that you make up your mind now.
Sorry?
Visiting hours at the prison will soon be over.
No. Is it that time already?
If we're to accept Mr. Natsume's case, we have official paperwork to attend to.
So that's it. No more time to think.
Perhaps you'd like to betake yourselves to bidding us farewell now?
Please get the fuck out of my house!
I must prepare supper for Mr. Garadeb.
Oh, yes. I'm so sorry.
Thank you both very much for your time.
Soseki-san will be waiting for us. And I'm going to have to give him an answer.
Well, let's go talk to Soseki.
Yeah.
Soseki. Oh, well, we just stopped on the way there, I guess.
Oh, we did.
It's time, Mr. Naruhodo. We must hurry back to the prison.
Yes, I know. Let's hail a car. Oh,
What's the matter?
it looks like something's going on over there, in front of the Garadeb's house.
Like,
Who gets to play this guy?
would you like to?
I can, if you want me to.
Sure.
I know thee not, old man. Fall to thy prayers.
You get to be this guy then.
Looks like a Muppet. The chin. What is
Like a Muppet.
What does this guy sound like? Oh, you're calling an old man, you rum-looking niminy-pimminy?
Oh, please, Nimini Penny, that was my father's name. There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, than are dreamt of in your philosophy.
Who's this Horatio fella, eh? What are you on about?
You cheating on me?
Excuse me.
Eh? What the? Who are you now?
I'm sorry. It just looked as though there might be some problem here. And my associate here, Mr. Ryunosuke Naruhodo, is a lawyer, you see.
Yeah, also with important business. we gotta...
Susanoo, we gotta go?
Yeah. A lawyer? What? What's a lawyer?
If I can be of any assistance, I'd be happy to help. I'm from Japan, but I have studied English law.
Huh. Fine, I'll be on my way for today, but you mark my words. This ain't over yet. Cool pose. Oh, also doing a cool...
Get thee to a nunnery!
Do I look like a bloomin' nun to you? Bloomin' nunion?
Oh,
What the fuck? Yeah.
I do hope you're not injured.
oh, fair Eastern maiden, thou art so gentle, thank you. And what was that all about? Why were you fighting a Muppet? There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio.
Yeah,
than
you
are
already said
dreamt.
that.
I'm not Horatio either.
Forgive the inquiry, sir, but are you a lodger here in the Garadeb's residence?
Oh, fair Eastern maiden, thou art so right. Yes, I do dwell in this humble abode. Mr. Garadeb mentioned that he had another lodger, didn't he? This must be the man. Do you happen to know the other lodger who lives on the first floor? Oh, yes, a gentleman named Natsume. Oh, more worthy of palmist in my battle of words ne'er could there be. Sorry, battle, did you say? Who is the stronger, Hamlet or Macbeth? Mr. Natsume and I spar long into the night. I see.
I don't fully understand, but it seems Mr. Natsume and this gentleman are acquaintances, at least.
So, fair maiden, so good gentleman, I can tarry here no longer. Fare thee well.
I didn't really understand him, but I think he's returned to his room.
It seems he's unaware of what happened to Mr. Natsume, so he can't really help us. With Soseki-san and that man as lodgers, the Garateb's house is certainly full of eccentrics. Anyway, I'll go and find a carriage.
Yes, I'm sure Mr. Natsume is eagerly awaiting our return.
Let's hope we can get to this prison before visiting hours are over.
Yeah, that guy had like a Muppet Popeye design
Yeah.
With the chin.
He's freaking out.
What voice did he have?
I don't remember. Just look at it. Look at his beautiful face. Find it.
Just like panicked or whatever, like, oh, it's you, you're here, you came. Locum student to Mr. Naruhodo Esquire.
I think that's what you used, yeah.
I can't believe you came back. I'm so touched.
We are so sorry to have kept you waiting, Mr. Natsume.
Oh no, think nothing of it, relax.
Don't do it when you want to suck it to it.
If I were a cat, I would purr with pleasure at the company of such fine compatriots. Noble, nurturing, never failing Nipponese.
Oh, now let's not get carried away.
I quite agree. There is nothing more reassuring than the familiarity of one in his native land.
Why are you ouchy all of a sudden?
On the other hand... Oh. It is through friendship transcending international borders that one truly appreciates the fact.
Did you like my impression of ouchie? It was really good, wasn't it?
Especially since I never met him. Such is my belief, at least. Oh, it's you!
Ugh,
Miserable rotten spy, Herlock Sholmes.
Mr. Sholmes, what are you doing here?
I have no intention of doing anything per se, save observing, of course.
Whatever do you mean, Mr. Sholmes?
Well, having encountered some curious reading material in that gloomful room, and having unmasked the secret identity of that eccentric pair, I decided I should drop in on my way home to see how our divested friend is faring.
Oh, he's doing great, as you can see.
I'm freaking out!
At least your accommodation here offers a window, my dear fellow. In that sense, it is the superior option. Anyway, I must commend you on your taste in books. My day has been a delight, and cost me not a penny. Ah, you! How dare you, Herlock Sholmes! I've had it. I'm through. I'm at the end of my rope. I should never have come to Great Britain. It was a terrible mistake. Haunted by spirits in those accursed lodgings, no doubt my luck will be cursed in tomorrow's trial as well. My whole life is bedamned.
Susato's like, man, what a drama queen.
What are you thinking, Mr. Naruhodo?
He mentioned that once before, didn't he? That his lodgings were cursed, I mean.
And there is much truth in Mr. Mustache's words.
What?
Cursed is a wholly appropriate description, I would say, for the man's lodgings, and indeed for tomorrow's trial.
What's that supposed to mean?
Let's converse.
Yeah, do it. Mr. Natsume, What did you mean by what you said just now? About the trial tomorrow being cursed?
Oh no, why? Why are you looking so grave? You're making me nervous. I was just getting carried away, that's all. I didn't mean anything by it.
Oh, I see. That's really agitated him.
You don't mean the trial really is cursed somehow?
They're talking about Mr. Vampire again. I bet you.
Probably.
Are you referring to the prosecutor, the Reaper of the Bailey?
The Reaper? Oh no, what do you mean? Please tell me. Summarize this succinctly in 16 salient words.
Let's count them. No defendant has ever survived a trial in which the Reaper stands for the prosecution ever.
16, there you go.
There you go.
Oh my goodness, can it really be true? That was 16 words exactly.
Yesterday, Mr. Naruhodo successfully defended someone against the Reaper. But then, after the trial was over, the defendant passed away in unusual circumstances.
Mr. McGill did.
What? I am impressed, Miss Sato. You have an eye for detail.
Hell yeah, bitch. Actually, the Lord Chief Justice told us.
Mr. Sholmes, surely it can't be that having failed to have the accused convicted, Lord Van Zeeks killed the man himself?
Oh no, he couldn't have. Surely?
You have some wonderful notions.
Sorry?
Just, if you ignore him and just listen to that music, it's like he's like dancing to it, like.
The man isn't a mass murderer, he's a court prosecutor, my dear fellow.
Oh, yes. Why, of course he is.
Of course he is. Then why are you trying to scare me? It could be said, however, that the real truth about the man is even more terrifying than your hypothesis. He is a vampire.
Told you! What on earth do you mean by that?
Van Zeeks is a quite exceptional man, however, in London courts of law. Exceptional does not equate to winning every case without exception. That's good.
So Seki-san looks like he's going to cry tears of joy.
As you are no doubt aware, in a British criminal trial there is both a judge and a jury. The judge officiates based on the letter of the law, whilst the jury offers public opinion and common sense. It is an excellent system whereby the defendant's guilt is considered from several points of view. However, public opinion, in particular, is somewhat easily manipulated.
Right.
Criminals and corrupt lawyers, for that matter, can use it to their advantage. By any means at their disposal, contriving evidence, calling imposters as witnesses, and so on. By such underhanded methods, those who would want to are able to sway the jury. Which means that even in the light of irrefutable evidence, the prosecution can fail.
But it means the wrong verdict can be passed.
And sadly is from time to time, my dear madam. It is simply the reality of the situation.
And that's all right?
You're all right.
However, those indicted by Lord Van Zeeks cannot escape justice. Their fate is sealed.
Oh my.
Though the adjudication may see them leave the courtroom with their freedom, within months they all disappear. It is most striking. Disappear? But how? By all manner of misfortune, sir. Perhaps they are trampled under a passing carriage. Perhaps they fall into the Thames and drown.
Jeez!
Perhaps they are suddenly overcome by a raging fever, or perhaps attacked by highwaymen. Oh no, no, no! All examples of the reality of events here in London, I'm afraid, Mr. Naruhodo.
That doesn't seem very safe.
I knew it. I'm a dead dodo, done for, doomed.
Poor guy.
Well, anyway, what about your apartment?
Yeah, are there ghosts in there or something? When you said accursed lodgings before, you were referring to your room at Mr. Garadeb's house, I assume? You know, just changing the subject real quick. Do you mean to say you believe the place is cursed?
It's been a year now since I came to Great Britain, but I'd only been in London a week before I started to notice strange feelings in myself.
That didn't take long then.
Everywhere I looked, there were foreign faces staring at me, laughing behind my back. I was sure people were talking about me. I started to become nervous about going outside. They were always staring at me all the time, from dawn till dusk. So I shut myself away in my room, but even that didn't help. The fear wouldn't go away.
You must have been very lonely, having been away from your homeland for such a long time.
I've had to move a number of times, most recently to that room on Briar Road a week ago.
Yes. Why did you choose there? It seems a little inconvenient.
The rent is cheap. I have so little money, it appealed to me straight away. Of course, I asked why it was so affordable. The landlord just simpered and said, "The room is cursed. Oops." He quickly tried to cover his mistake, but it was too late, so I told him. If you have something to say, then say it, but if not, don't mention it in the first place.
Nice. Yes, well said.
But it was true. It was all true.
You mean the room really is cursed then?
Ever since I moved into that windowless hellhole, my sleep has been plagued with nightmares. I awake feeling as though I'm being choked to death. And in my waking hours, people are stabbed in front of me as I walk down the street. I'm branded a killer, thrown in prison. Nobody wants to know me. I'm surrounded by scary, sinister spirits.
Poor guy.
He needs a hug. Everyone, give him a hug right now. Hug Soseki-san.
If only there was someone, just one person on my side. Can no one find it in his or her heart to believe in me? Really no one at all?
To believe. Yes. To believe. This is something that we deal with in every Ace Attorney game. We believe. We have to believe in our clients. Mr. Sholmes.
Mr. Naruhodo, pray what can I do for you?
It's about the case on the SS Buria, if you recall.
The Buria. Ah, that case. The one with the snake.
Well, yes. At that time, I was the suspect, but you believed in me and listened to my side of the story. And you helped us to investigate.
I did I? Interesting.
My memory kind of sucks. What I want to know is why? Why did you believe in me?
I see, yes. You mean because you were a grimly dressed, shady Eastern fellow found with the victim in a locked room?
Well, if you like, yeah.
I'm a little surprised that the answer requires explanation, my dear fellow.
I think you're hot.
It's quite simple, really.
Revenants, he's so hot. Who are you talking about? Sholmes or Soseki-san? If you like a mustached fellow, Soseki-san definitely is, he's got that mill. but yeah, no, I got you. Sholmes is not bad looking, that's for sure. But how are you doing, Rev? It's like the Squidward thing. Oh no, he's hot. Here, what is Rev? Did you change to an Animal Crossing character, or are you still a Pokemon? And you're just folding laundry? Heck yeah.
Haughty detective. Wee woo, wee woo.
More like haughty detective.
Whoa! Wee woo.
Oh, you'll change it over in a bit? Oh, no problem.
It's quite simple, really. You said I didn't do it.
But I could have been lying. Surely, you must have had your doubts. You must have suspected me a little.
I think perhaps you have misunderstood. I neither recall believing in you, nor in that which you were telling me.
What?
You see, the only things I believe in are those I choose to believe in.
All right.
What do you mean, Mr. Sholmes?
I make up my own mind about what is to be believed and what is not. If I should like to believe in something, I do. The circumstances can hang as far as I am concerned.
But I could have betrayed your trust.
In that case, I should have made an elementary error of judgment. Nothing more.
See, this is why I say anything that comes out of my mouth.
Betrayal of trust is an overused excuse, in my opinion.
Meaning?
Whether or not one should trust another is, in the final analysis, down to oneself. It is a matter of whether or not one can trust oneself.
Hell yeah.
Yes, he's right. He's right, locum student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire.
Whether or not I can believe myself.
Believe your feelings.
Do you believe in me, your hot boyfriend?
A defense lawyer is only as good as his faith in his client.
Were you about to do the ouchie voice?
I don't know. That comes down to how much faith he has in himself.
You are so right, Kazuma.
Kiryu Kazuma.
Rev.
Well, my dear fellows, it is time we were leaving, I believe.
Oh, already?
Visiting hours are over. The guard will be here shortly to escort us out. There is a restaurant near here that serves excellent trout. Would you care to join me?
I want some trout.
Oh dear, there is never enough time, is there?
Mr. Natsume, if you'd like, in the trial tomorrow, I'd be happy to represent you.
Locum student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire.
I could kiss you! As I said, I only experienced a British courtroom for the first time yesterday. And although the man I was representing was found not guilty, I lost sight of something crucial.
Something crucial?
What to believe in, the defendant, justice, or the truth. How to believe, even. But I think I've finally worked it out. I've decided I must believe in myself above all else, to trust my instincts.
Yes, Mr. Naruhodo.
And my instincts are telling me that you, Mr. Natsume, are innocent of this crime. And it's imperative that we prove that in court.
Locum student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire.
I will fight for your innocence until the bitter end, with every weapon available to me. So I hope you'll permit me to represent you tomorrow.
I'll use this sword to fight the prosecutor.
I'll kill the judge if I have to.
I'll do literally anything. As I said when we first met, I'd like to entrust my fate to someone who will listen to me in my native tongue.
Of course, Mr. Natsume.
It would be fair to say, Mr. Naruhodo, that your mind was in many ways made up from the outset. You were merely needed the events of today to fully realize it.
Yes, I think you're right about that. You're wrong about a lot of things, but you're right about that.
I just realized I wanted to check something.
Sure.
Is the Is the game... I want to make sure, Rev, or if somebody can answer, can you hear the game music?
Because, yeah, we can.
Okay, I think it's good. Okay, yeah.
But yeah, let us know if you can't.
Yeah. Because
Yes.
I realized I did the thing where I unplugged the headphones, and I know the computer gets confused, you know?
It do get confused.
But yeah, I think you're right about that. You're wrong about a lot of things, but you were right about that. It's been a roundabout journey, but I got there in the end.
Oh, also, I just realized I could just check on my phone.
Oh yeah, you can.
Yeah, okay, I heard it. Okay, we're good.
Nice.
Mr. Sato,
Yes?
would you be willing to stand by me, or by my side tomorrow? I'm a pirate now. By my side tomorrow and help me in court?
No.
Absolutely. I had to think about it. As I said this morning, you may consider me your personal judicial assistant.
Yeah.
I'm your Maya, duh.
The shocking events of yesterday's trial still weigh heavily on my mind. But it's time to stop looking backwards. Kazuma believed in me, and Mr. Sholmes believes in me now too. So it's time. Time that I learned to believe in myself. Believe in the me that believes in you! So Seki-san has no one. He's all alone. So it's my job to help him, to fight his corner. Tomorrow, in the courtroom, with all the strength I can muster. Now let's go eat trout!
Let's keep going.
Yeah.
Let's keep going. Could you do me a favor?
What?
Could you get me some more water?
Maybe.
Yay!
We'll continue the adventure of the clouded Kokoro.
Clouded Kokoro.
Yeah. I'll go get water.
Thank you.
Maybe a snack?
No. Maybe not. Maybe. I mean, especially if we're gonna have a date. Cause yeah, chat, you gotta make sure Ergo stays to it. I told him he's gotta take me on a date. Gotta take me on a date to the Olive Garden tonight. You know, so such a fancy hot date. But anyway, so this courtroom always looks, or the courtroom, the Old Bailey's defendant's antechamber always looks pretty cool. I like it. And how are all of you guys doing? I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're also staying hydrated. So definitely use this moment to hydrate yourself, relax, and clench your jaw a little bit, round your shoulders. Yeah, Striker, get them breadsticks, girl. Heck yeah. All Striker gets it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Striker gets it.
And you should do a battle royale.
Oh yeah. Here, let's do a battle royale. We've got all these Animal Crossing characters and Pokemon. It'll be nuts. Did I spell it right?
Yeah. No. There you go.
All right, the combatants are flying in. Whoa! Look at these big Animal Crossing characters and these small, tiny Pokemon. Who will win? Whoa! It's weird to see Animal Crossing characters fight. They just bat you with their giant noggins. It's carnage out there, pure carnage. Absolute carnage. Death, destruction everywhere! So far I'm still alive. Oh, but that may not be for long. Come on, me! Get that health pack! No! Drap, you killed me! Someone avenge me! Someone kill Drap! Sophia Fox seems to be the one going to take it. Yes! Sophia, you've avenged me!
And hello, Nomizu! Welcome. I like that you can customize the characters.
Yeah.
That's so cute. But how are you doing, Nomizu? How are you doing? And you can now change your character to either be an Animal Crossing character in the stream avatars, or you can be Pokemon, whatever you want. Whatever you want. Oh, here, baby, since you downloaded the Jump one, could people also be Jump characters too?
Oh, no, I just did the Animal Crossing.
Aw, you should download that one too.
Okay.
Yeah.
For next time, then.
Yeah, next time. I still say they should do an Ace Attorney one. I think that'd be great. How's our day going? Hey, my day's going really well, especially since Ergo's going to take me on a hot date to get some breadsticks. Ain't that right, Ergo? Mm-hmm. Heck yeah. Are you doing good?
Yeah.
Yeah. Here, would you do even better if I give you the smooch?
Oh, okay.
I'm afraid. Ergo sounds very excited for these breadsticks. I'm more excited than he is. But yeah, I think we can all get behind the idea of breadsticks.
I also like how you're saying it's like we're just going for the breadsticks.
Yeah, no. I'm going there for the endless soup and salad. Mm-hmm. That is what I get. Who knows? Maybe I'll try something different, but that's what I like to do. Anyway,
Old Bailey's Defendant's Antechamber. Well, I never expected this. Who'd have thought we'd be back here again so soon?
We are on a study tour of Great Britain with the intention of learning the country's legal practices. In order to research the latest court procedures here, we need as much court experience as possible.
Well, yes, I suppose that's true, but for the person in the dock, it may well be his or her one and only time in court, and it could be life-changing. They could literally die, Susato. In which case, treating it as research may seem a little crass.
Oh, when you put it like that, you're quite right.
Good morning.
Oh,
Good morning.
it's you!
Oh, Mr. Natsume, I did recognize you. You didn't sound panicked out of your mind just then. Good morning.
Oh dear, are you all right? Your eyes are terribly bloodshot.
The early bird catches the worm, as they say here in Britain.
I've been waiting here for hours. Yes, I've heard that expression.
But I really don't want to catch a worm. So I tried desperately not to wake up early, but I was so worried I couldn't catch a wink.
I've been there, my friend. Been there.
And now I'm absolutely exhausted as a result.
Do all literary people take things so literally?
Thank you for putting your faith in us today, Mr. Natsume.
I wish I had 9 lives. My whole future hangs in the balance. I am 2 terrified, 2 tremble. I mean, he is trembling.
Really? Because I can feel tremors in the floor.
I can't do this. I can't take it. Although, locum student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire.
Yes?
I caught a glimpse of the public gallery as I walked by the courtroom. It looked like the opening night of the opera. There were so many people. I had no idea my case was such a notorious affair here in London.
Oh, neither did I.
It's the vampire, we all know it. He's hot, everyone wants to see him.
Do you know why that would be, Miss Sasato?
I just said it. I'm sorry, Mr. Naruhodo, but I have no idea.
So that all-knowing look on your face is just coincidence then, is it?
Don't hide the truth from me. It's because of the Reaper, isn't it? Hey, you're right.
Yep, he's so hot! Lord Van Zykes? Or Zeeks?
Yeah.
Is that right, Miss Susato?
I purchased as many different newspapers as I could find this morning, and yes, Lord Van Zeeks... Is it Zeeks or Zykes?
Zeeks.
Zeeks. Lord Van Zeeks is on the front page of every one.
I knew it.
Sometime after the prosecutor was dubbed the Reaper of the Bailey. He stopped appearing in court, it seems. It's been several years now, in fact, until the day before yesterday. Remember? We'd already discussed that.
Yes, Inspector Gregson told us something similar, didn't he? trial 2 days ago marked Lord Van Zeek's return to the courtroom after a very long hiatus. The trial of Magnus McGilded. Oh, what a harrowing experience that was. That guy was a dick. He totally did it.
I believe that appearance made even greater waves here in the capital than today's.
But we wouldn't have realized, of course, having only just arrived in the country.
Why is the Reaper back in the Bailey so soon? For what appears to be a mundane murder? Attempted murder. That's the question the papers are asking, and they are all speculating various answers.
Mundane. It's the most significant saga of the century to some of us.
Oh dear, I meant no offense, Mr. Natsume, but that is how the papers are describing it. Ergo is complaining because I leave shirts on my chairs a lot, and he's like, yeah, this shirt was getting in his way, so he threw it. Apologized to Kuwabara.
No.
Oh.
Well, lest we also forget the fact that it could spark an international incident. Obviously, the appearance of this infamous prosecutor has caught people's attention. But there's another blatant similarity with the trial of 2 days ago.
Yes, I agree.
Locum student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire, it's you.
Me? Am I hot? Well, I suppose that's true.
Both times it is you who stands against this legendary prosecutor. It can only mean that you're friends with the Reaper.
Please, I don't rub shoulders with Deathbringers.
Come on, don't be anti-vampire, you know. I'm afraid that there was really only one other explanation. It can only be another example, Mr. Naruhodo, of your uncommon bad luck.
Thanks for that.
Oh, this is just my luck. Why must I be represented by a man with such frail fortune? By the least lucky lawyer alive.
Hey, I'm very lucky. I've got out of so many things.
Yeah.
I've been accused of murder twice and won.
Well, let's not forget that it was you, Mr. Natsume, who asked me to represent you. Yes, it's true that I'm just a student, new to London, with little in the way of experience or skills or luck. But I promise you this, I will fight your corner until the bitter end, and I will believe in you, Mr. Natsume. I will do my Phoenix Wright duty.
Oh, benevolent locum student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire.
You're not alone here with us, Mr. Natsume. Whatever happens, we will always be on your side. Except if you get stuck to the gallows, we will then leave.
Oh, benevolent non-locum assistant Miss Mikotoba Esquiress.
Beautiful.
I am in your debt forever. I shall never forget this great kindness. Mr. Natsume, counsel for the defense. The court session is about to begin. Kindly make your way into the courtroom at once.
It's me, Ouchie. I couldn't make it as a prosecutor, so I became a bailiff.
Cronus heard something about breadsticks.
Cronus! Yeah! We're gonna get some breadsticks later. Oh, and hydrate. Yeah, that's right. We gotta hydrate in preparation for them salty, garlicky breadsticks. See, this might not be a prevalent opinion. I like Olive Garden breadsticks fine, but they're not my favorite bread-based thing that you get at a restaurant.
Whoa.
Yeah, no, they're not. In my opinion,
What is your favorite?
It's Cheesecake Factory.
Oh, the bread there?
Yeah, the brown bread, it's so good.
I mean, yeah.
And yeah, like, I mean, do you have a favorite bread somewhere? Oh, wait, I have another. The Red Lobster garlic bun things.
Oh.
Those are so good.
Yeah.
If I can find the mix for those again, baby, I'll make them for you.
Cressy eyeing breadsticks.
Me just eyeing bread in general.
Bread,
Although, ergo, you're the one of us who will actually take bread out of a bag and just go yum 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 yum. And I'm like, what are you doing? And you're like, eating bread.
Little bread snack.
Little bread snack.
I'll just eat a tortilla.
Little bread snack for me. Ergo Corvus. Yum 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 yum. Oh, but also, Cronus, how are you?
Oh,
Hope you're doing well, by the way. It's good to see you. It's always a good time. When you're here. It's a time joke because you're a time dragon. Anyway,
All right then, Mr. Natsume. It's time. Speaking of time, let's go.
Yes.
and see, Cronus gets it. He's like, hey!
This is it. My second appearance in a British courtroom. And my second trial against the Reaper. I hope you're watching over me, Kazuma. Because this time, I won't let my faith waver. I'll believe in my client to the last. Just like you believed in me.
What are you talking about, Grezzy? It's always a nice time when you guys are around.
Oh!
I gotta give you a hand.
Heck yeah, Cronus. That was really good. That was really good. I always love your witty jokes.
I gotta give you a hand that was right in my face. They're parts of a clock.
Oh,
Yeah.
See, well, you had to explain that one,
Yeah.
so I don't know. But yeah, water, get it? I do. As a water dragon, I do absolutely get it. And I think you're freaking great, Cronus. Always. It makes me think like Natsume. Always great, always. You know, just his punctuations.
Wait, because he always does an alliteration. What do you say for Cronus?
Cronus, corny, compatriot.
Wait.
Cronus, corny compatriot. I love it.
Wait. What
Wait,
about?
you think you got a better one?
What about? Creative, corny, compatriot, Cronus.
Yeah, okay. I can dig that one. Nomizu hates it here.
Too many puns.
Not nice negotiations. Nomizu. I don't know. What would mine be?
It's Grezzy. Great. Gallivant.
Gurgling, Chrissy.
What?
Gurgle. I'll gurgle. Here, let me take some more.
God. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Just like choke on it.
No, I was like, I hope that doesn't sound gross on the mic, so I stopped.
Grezzy drowning on stream. Anyway.
I believe I can do this now. I'm ready for a fight. What about you, Ergo?
What about
Excellent. Ergo. Eating eggs.
Ergo eating excellent eggs.
Okay. Oh my god. Oh, so I'm.
Oh, it's me, jolly old Christmas judge, Santa Claus. Welcome. Have you been good this year, boys and girls of the jury? And anyone who's not representing of genders? I see you too. Santa's a good guy. He gets it. Anyway, what? Oh, right. In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I, Santa Judge, hereby declare this court to be in session. I now call upon the counsels for the prosecution and defense to declare their willingness to proceed. The prosecution is fully prepared, my lord. The defense is ready, my lord. The Nipponese are a truly fascinating breed.
Oh, was he a weeaboo?
It's like, what?
Please don't be racist. Lord Strongheart has told me all about you. That you are a student who arrived in London but 2 days ago. A mere amateur. Do you have a point? Being a compatriot, you feel compelled to try to help the accused, I suppose. Typical Nipponese arrogance.
Wow.
Forgive me, but I do not believe arrogance is an appropriate description. You racist bitch.
Susaru-san, hell yeah!
After all, at our previous encounter, the defendant was found to be innocent.
But we all know he was sus as fuck. Even you know that. Very true. And a most fascinating, if dark, trial it was, too. The tragic conclusion came later, of course. Here's to the acquitted and his unfortunate, violent end. Oof! Elves, bring me some candy canes! That got really stressful, really quick. Is anyone else scared in here? Or is it just me? Anyway, thank you, counselors. I see both sides are in fine fettle. What the fuck is a fettle? Anyway, now, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, are you ready to carry out your duties here in court as impartial members of the public?
Oh, hey, it's that guy.
Yeah. You never know when you might be down on your luck, but I believe in fair play for everyone. Yeah, wait, yeah, he was a witness.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I recognize him. Yeah. Well, I must warn you, I'm rather more ruthless than I appear. Oh, well, not me. What you see is what you get. I'm a peace-loving fellow. Hey, sir. I'm afraid to say I think it's quite possible that Mustache Foreigner did the deed. Come on, what are we waiting for? No doubt he did it anyway.
Sorry, didn't quite catch that.
See, I always have to play the old guy.
Very well, let us proceed. Also, old man, don't take my voice. You hear me? This is mine. Find your own. Anyway, your opening statement, if you please, Lord Van Zieks. Very recently, Great Britain signed an alliance with a rising power in the Far East. The accused in the dock today is a student from that same land, a certain Mr. Soseki Natsume. And while our country has extended this foreign student the warmest of welcomes, regrettably, the kindness has not been returned. In fact, the student is accused of a more sinister act.
Oh my god.
Of plunging a knife into the back of an innocent woman who was doing nothing but walking down the street. Like a vampire who launches his fangs into the neck of an innocent victim.
A knife crime? I tell you from bitter experience, those are the worst bloody oath they are. Just looking at sour complexion and short stature is one of those dreadful oh, geez, she's a straight up racist.
I'm a racist bitch!
Oh my god. Come on, let's get this over with. With me now, everyone. 1, 2, 3.
Hey! Sorry! Didn't quite catch that! Pray forgive the discourtesy of smashing my hollowed chalice here in the great chamber. Allow me to call the first witness to the stand. Very well. Bailiff! Lead the inspector in, please.
That's that guy.
Yep.
Your name and occupation, please.
Let's see. So did I voice him?
Yeah, you did.
So, what voice did I give him? He's like, oh, yes, sir.
Yeah, basically.
Tobias is Gregson, Detective Inspector at Scotland Yard.
Would you please surmise the events of the case for the court, Inspector?
A victim is thought to be a young woman in her 20s by the name of Olive Green. Oh yeah, we never even
Yeah, we never saw her.
saw, yeah, because we didn't like inspect the crime scene either or anything.
I beg your pardon, Inspector. Thought to be.
Actually, did we inspect the crime scene?
Yeah, we did.
I'm like, well, these are all the clues we have.
Yep.
No, I don't. Oh,
No,
well,
we
right.
did,
It was where
remember?
the snowman is.
Yeah,
I
the snowman
forgot.
did it.
I forgot because we couldn't really like get close because the police were in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, having been stabbed in the back by her attacker's knife, the victim fell unconscious. That was 3 days ago now, and she's been comatose ever since.
What? So they don't even know who she is for sure? Comatose. I see. I mean, I am Santa. I know who everyone is. Yeah, but no, we'll figure it out. But her life is not in danger. That's different for these cases. Fortunately, the Eastern student, the charge will not be murder. Pray elaborate on the details, Inspector.
Sir, if I could ask everyone to look at this street map.
Rhymes with street rat.
As I mentioned, the incident took place 3 days ago, at around 5 in the afternoon.
I'm sorry, but all I'm thinking of is Aladdin. Yeah, sorry. Anyway, go ahead.
It happened on the pavement running alongside Briar Road, a wide thoroughfare for horse-drawn vehicles. It had not long since stopped snowing as the victim. That was a weird sentence. It had not long since stopped snowing as the victim, Miss Green, was walking down the street. Out of the blue, she was approached from behind by the accused and stabbed in the back. I still think it was somebody threw a knife.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you, the snowman did it. Someone was hiding in the snowman, threw the knife.
Luckily, the young lady's life was spared, and she's currently being treated at one of the city's hospitals. But being unconscious as she is, we've been unable to take a statement from her, of course. This is the case file with everything we know about the victim so far.
Ah, yes, the updated autopsy, as they call it. Is it still an autopsy? No? Oh, she's not dead? Oh, yeah, that's right. Updated report. Good job, Gumshoe. Gumshoe. Thank you, Inspector. The court will accept the documents as evidence, if you please. And remember, if you're a good boy, I'll put you on the good list. What of the weapon that was used?
Sir, I have that here. It was removed from the victim's back.
Ouch, that big thing is starting to make me scared to walk down the street now.
With a heavy blade like that, almost anybody would have been able to stab the poor woman.
Even the scragged-looking Soseki-san, I suppose. A common or garden jackknife, I would say, rather nondescript. Thank you, Inspector. The court accepts the blade as evidence. Now then, what do we know of the motive? Money or valuables, I presume?
From what we could tell by looking at the woman's possessions, seems like she's a poor student herself. Hard to imagine she would have had anything much worth pinching, my lord.
I see. Well, in that case, are we looking at some deep-seated resentment toward the victim? Is he on the naughty list?
I'm afraid I couldn't say. Apart from visiting secondhand bookshops, the defendant, Mr. Natsume, doesn't appear to get out much. At this moment in time, we haven't been able to establish any sort of connection between him and the victim.
So, this is great. Teacher!
His hand. Yeah.
If theft and grievance has been ruled out as the motive, what reason could Mr. Natsume possibly have had for stabbing the young woman? Yet you arrested the man in spite of that, totally unjustified and heavy-handed way.
He just threw it.
Pray forgive the discourtesy of flinging a freshly uncorked bottle into the public gallery. If I have killed anyone, I do not give a shit. But your words have soured its hollowed bouquet. For it is you, my learned friend, who is being heavy-handed here. What? Scotland Yard does not arrest people without good cause. That should be beyond question. Inspector Gregson, the prosecution calls for your formal testimony. Explain to the court precisely why the constabulary came to arrest the Nipponese student.
Yes, sir.
And someone in the corner's like, my eye!
As I said, it was 5 o'clock in the afternoon when the incident occurred, and there was an unusually light fog. Visibility was reasonably good, and there was no one else about but the victim and the accused. Out of the blue, the victim was stabbed from behind and subsequently collapsed on the pavement. The accused ran off, scattering his belongings all over the floor. Those being a number of old books he'd just bought. He was on his way home from a bookshop, it seems. It was just a matter of working out who the books belonged to, and we found the bloke to arrest him.
Old books, you say?
Yes, my lord, I have a photograph here of the scene of the crime, taken immediately after the incident.
Ah, yes, I can clearly see the books to which you are referring.
Wait, did they even have color photographs?
Don't worry about it, I'm Santa Claus! I can do whatever I want! I'm God! I will take the photographic print as evidence, please, Inspector.
Wow.
Okay, Owen Wilson.
Wow.
Your Nipponese are as...
God damn it. This, man. These people are true to life. They're racist. All of them.
You Nipponese are a spineless breed, too cowardly to admit defeat. Denying everything despite overwhelming evidence to the contrary. Well,
Forgive me, Lord Van Zieks, and your racist bullshit, but the defendant is not denying everything, as you put it.
What are you doing, Mrs. Sato? Do go on.
Mr. Natsume has admitted to playing some part in the incident. Isn't that right?
I mean, he was there.
Mr. Naruhodo?
Well, now you mention it. When we visited him in prison yesterday, he did tell us what had all happened.
As I was walking along that cursed pavement, I could make out the sole silhouette of another ahead of me. A woman wearing a green overcoat she was, and just as I went to overtake her, she suddenly let out a little scream and collapsed onto the cold, hard slabs of stone at my feet. I was terrified. I had to get away from there. So I ran as fast as my legs would carry me back to my accursed lodgings.
His only crime? Cowardice.
Yep. A green overcoat. Well, that's exactly what the woman in that print is wearing.
By golly.
Oh my, photographic print in full color. What would the world come up with next?
Santa Claus really is powerful. The defendant has done nothing more than admit he fled the scene of a terrifying incident. That does not mean that he's guilty of the heinous crime of stabbing the woman in the back. There was nobody else there at the time, just the two of them, the victim and the accused. In other words, there is nobody else who could possibly have stabbed the woman. A fact that the accused concedes.
It could have been somebody behind him. You can't see behind himself.
That's right. Has anyone possibly considered the snowman did it? I'm saying it. It seems his cross-examination could prove to be pivotal, counsel. Proceed, please. Yes, my lord. Nothing for it. I have to use this cross-examination to turn the tables here. It's our only chance.
Okay. Press everything.
Press! Hold it! Light fog, you say? A light
Fog, you say?
I guess do without even...
Well, light for London. You could see the opposite side of the street for once. Not much farther, though.
That's light, is it?
Around these parts, yes. Not something I'd expect a Japanese fellow like yourself to know, of course.
I've read that London is famous for its fog. But in my country, people usually imagine that gives the city a rather beautiful appearance. How grand.
Yes, well, it's not something us Londoners tend to romanticize, as I expect you can appreciate.
Yeah, I see.
At this time of year, the fog causes a large number of accidents, especially when it's heavy. Sometimes you can't even see your own hand at the end of your arm.
Oh, yes, that's why I had to get all Rudy, Rudolph helped me out quite a bit, you know. Indeed, the other day I was very nearly trampled by horses before I could see the carriage they were pulling. But again, luckily for Rudolph, I was okay. Susato-san and I should definitely remember to stop, look, and listen. However, on the day that concerns us, the fog was somewhat lighter than usual. A fact no doubt lamented by the accused. Yeah. Press, Gregson! How were you able to state that with any certainty? Quite simply, my learned friend. Because that is what the witness to this crime has told us. Ah, yes. Inspector Gregson mentioned the witnesses yesterday, didn't he?
That's right. One of them is a policeman, I believe, from Scotland Yard.
That is correct, ma'am.
Then we must hear their testimony. The prosecution will, of course, call them to the stand, should it be necessary. But wait a minute. At 5 o'clock in the afternoon, in the middle of winter, it would have been dark already. No matter how light the fog might have been, no one could have seen. I'm unaware of the situation on your tiny island in the east. But here in the capital city of Great Britain, all main roads are illuminated in the night by gas street lights. And also we all have night vision. Or is it just me, because I'm a vampire? Ah! The prosecution believes there would have been ample light by which to witness the crime. Quite! Here in London, for the first time in history, mankind has completely conquered the darkness. Which means we really need to hear those witness statements. If I could just get through the fog of this cross-examination, maybe we'll be able to. It seems the counsel for the defense is taking stock. Continue with your testimony, Inspector.
Stabbed from behind and subsequently collapsed.
Collapsed, you say? From behind, you say?
That's right. As you can see from this print.
Stabbed in the back? Yes, quite so, Inspector. The handle of the weapon is clearly protruding from the victim's back. And you say this poor woman, Miss Green, remains in critical condition, comatose, no less?
I'm afraid so, my lord. Yes, she's being treated at Bart's.
Sounds like a convenience store.
Yeah.
Or Bart's house. You know, Bart, the medical doctor.
Yeah, you know Bart, we just dropped her off at his house. He's got it. He's a veterinary. I was hopeful that she'd come around before the trial started so I could take a statement, but it wasn't to be. How much do you want to bet that, like, in the middle of the trial, they'll be like, oh, she's awake or something?
Oh! Yeah, it could be.
Yes, that is indeed a pity. It would have been most illuminating to hear the victim's own accounts of events. Hopefully she's dreaming of sugar plums. Luck is on your client's side, it seems. Not just luck, but justice! On the contrary, my client has been exceedingly unlucky. Your force of tone is seriously undermined by those disturbingly wide eyes, I'm afraid.
So you scattered his stuff.
Mr. Natsume's belongings,
I think you'll find it's all there in the photographic print of the crime scene.
Yes, the 3 books on the floor.
That's right, my lord. Second-hand books they were. Irreparably damaged after falling in the snow, of course. How sad.
Yeah,
Those books were murdered.
they were.
The accused could easily have carried all 3 books in the one hand, which means his other hand would have been free to wield a knife, for example.
He's very clever, isn't he? and a racist bitch.
What do you mean? And yeah, you're right.
He's made it extremely hard for you to assert that Mr. Natsume had his hands full with his books. He's managed to close the one avenue of escape we might have had before we even knew it was there.
You mean to say that the defendant was holding his belongings as he thrust the knife into the woman's back?
That must be what happened, my lord, yes. Let's see. Number of old books he just bought. So I was waiting for him. Tell me about this bookshop.
The defendant apparently visits a second-hand bookshop on a daily basis.
Yes, so I understand. Shop full of old English literature.
I commend the accused on the lofty subject matter of his scholarly attention.
The bloke's room was stacked floor to ceiling with those musty old books.
Can you tell us more about the bookshop in question, please, Inspector?
Well, if I must, I'll have to ask you to look at the street map again, I'm afraid. Bourbon Books. The closest secondhand bookshop to the accused lodgings is this place here, Bourbon Books.
It's where you can buy bourbon and books.
A little place on the corner of Briar Road and Measham Street.
Nice.
As it happens, the accused is currently living in lodgings on the other side of Briar Road at the opposite end. Which means it doesn't take a genius to work out the route he would have taken home. Something like this. Oops, I drew on the evidence.
Oh, shit! Yes, I concur with your conclusion, Inspector. But what if he took the long way? The defendant would certainly have passed the scene of the crime on his way home from that particular shop.
Mr. Naruhodo, I think what the inspector just told us could turn out to be of vital importance.
Whoa.
Yes, I agree. I don't know what yet, but I agree. The most important point that the inspector just made being the bookshop's location, the bookshop's name, the bookshop's stock. I mean, I guess I would assume the location.
Yeah.
It's the only thing relevant.
The crucial detail in what you just told the court, Inspector, is the location of the bookshop.
I couldn't agree more.
So, where is it exactly? Eh? Oh,
Are you winding me up, Sunshine? I just explained that. I got the map out and everything. I used red blooming ink and drew the bloke's route home on for you.
Wow, he really did use evidence.
and I distinctly remember seeing you nod along, Counsel. Yes, of course. I must have been so nervous I didn't take it in. The blunder of the day goes to you, my learned friend. No, not yet. The trial's only just begun after all.
I can make even bigger blunders.
Yeah, you know it.
Mr. Naruhodo, I would strongly advise you to look carefully through the court record at this stage.
Yes, miss. At once, miss. Sorry, I made a mistake, miss.
Wait.
Yeah, did we get it wrong?
I mean, I guess so. It was like, okay, yeah, Bourbon Books. Use a magnifying glass. Whoa.
Well, yeah, he could have gone here, Caldabash Road. But, I mean, he didn't, though, yeah.
He established, hold on. Let's look at, like, everything.
Yeah.
Natsume. And receipt of the picture, Monsieur Lecoq, Milford Gaborio,
Canterbury's Yearnings, yeah.
That all sounds like, I guess, novels.
3 books, yep.
The case file.
Young woman rendered unconscious following a stab wound on the back. Olive green, female. Wait, hey, go back. What was that? Raleigh what?
What? That was the name of the...
Oh, reporting officer. Okay, Raleigh beat. The victim remains unconscious. Apart from the single stab wound from a large knife, the other side is still seen running away by the reporting officer and success for the rest of the following day. Okay.
Oh, let's
yeah,
always examine.
Yeah.
Look for prints.
Flip it open. Huh. There's no tip.
Oh, yeah. Oh, look here, Mr. Naruhodo. Just at the tip.
A small piece of the blade appears to...
A small piece of the blade appears to be missing.
You're right. Well spotted, Miss Asano.
I wonder what could have happened to it. Is it still stuck in her?
Yes. You don't think it could still be lodged in the victim, do you?
Oh dear. I do hope not. That sounds terribly painful.
Flip it over.
Oops.
I can't find anything out of place.
Don't really see anything else. Let me see. Just the blade in general. Oh, we just closed it.
Dang. Really hoped there was something sus.
No, oops. Yeah.
Seems to be normal.
Let me flip it up one more time.
What about that part?
Well, it's just like where you can like put your fingernail to grip it, to open it.
Oh. You know more about these than I do.
Yeah, I don't see anything. I think that's just, it's probably just clicking on the blade. So probably just the tip of the blade was the important part.
Okay, let's look at the picture.
Yeah, there's books.
And the knife.
I don't really know what we're supposed to.
Yeah. Well, here, let's keep listening.
Yeah. Should we press that again and then choose something else?
No.
I'm gonna go back. So press this, and then.
Blah, 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 blah.
So the name. The other options were the name and the stock. I mean, I guess we can just try both of those, see which one is right. Okay, well, hold on. Let me.
Oh, the bookshop's name.
Yeah, wait.
Go back. Yeah.
Your books.
Yeah.
Bookshop. Okay, yeah.
Okay, we got it now.
I missed that. Bookshop.
We weren't looking at this stuff.
Yeah.
Inspector Gregson, may I ask you a favor?
What?
It does look like you would say that, like, what? Would you kindly add the name of the bookshop to your formal testimony, please? I gotta be able to press it, you see.
Yeah.
I believe it may be of vital importance.
Maybe?
Well, you know. I mean, yes, it could be very important. Very well. Not that I can see it being of any great significance. But please, revise your testimony accordingly, Inspector, or I'll put you on the naughty list.
Yes, sir, my lord. Whatever you say.
Could the man be more something?
Sardonic. So we went from Bourbon books, so should we go ahead and present?
Yeah, present? No!
Seat.
Objection! If I could just stop you right there, Inspector Gregson.
What is it, sunshine? I'm a busy man, you know.
Got lots of, fish and chips to eat.
Yeah.
This is a receipt that we found in Mr. Natsume's room. It was issued on the day of the incident and details the purchase of 3 second-hand books.
And you found that in the accused's room, did you?
Yes, but the point is not where the receipt was found, but the name of the shop printed on it. Go on. This receipt was issued from a bookshop called Your Books. Your Books? Y-O-R-E, I presume? Yes, my lord. So Mr. Natsume did indeed purchase a number of books at a second-hand bookshop that day. However, the bookshop in question was not Bourbon Books.
What?
Inspector, do you know of this other bookshop?
Yes, sir. Your Books is another secondhand bookshop not far from Bourbon Books. They're fierce rivals. It's just that, well, it's such a small place, I didn't think the accused would have known about it.
But in fact, that is the bookshop which the defendant visited on the day in question. And this receipt proves it. See? Yes, for what difference it makes. Whenever the man purchased these musty tomes, it makes no difference in the final analysis. I disagree. I mean, after all,
I have the street map here, if that might be of help.
Oh, yes, thank you. Have a look at this, please. If the defendant had been returning from Bourbon Books, then yes, he would have almost certainly have passed the place where Miss Green was attacked. However, If we take into account that the fact he was actually at another bookshop, your books, it may very well turn out that he wouldn't have passed that location at all.
Oh, could that be true? My, it rather depends on where this other bookshop is, but I do declare it may be a possibility. She kind of looks like a Pokemon NPC.
She does, but she also reminds me of Betty Boop. So like, it's like, my rather depends on this other bookshop, ooby-doo. And that's what it looks like to me.
Is that right, Mr. Lawyer, sir? What you just said?
Absolutely. It absolutely could be right.
Could be. No, if we're gonna find out it's like right next door, like,
What do you say?
But yeah, right, it's like next door.
Inspector Gregson, where is this Your Books establishment? I mean, I know because I'm Santa and I know where everything is, but let the court know.
well, obviously we looked into that. Turns out that your books
Yeah, I knew it. I knew Calabash Road would have to play into it.
just here on the next corner of Meersham Street, going east.
So he could still walk that way. But he could also walk this way.
But like, we still know that he walked past her, unless it was like.
But which way did he walk past her? Was he facing her?
He said she was ahead of him.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, if you're walking towards someone, aren't they ahead of you?
I mean, I guess. I guess we'll find.
We'll see.
And there you have it, as you can clearly see now. Oh,
I guess he got a new bond.
pardon me. Pat's got me some new blood. My learned Nipponese friend is obviously in training to be a clown, the way he regales us with such
Wow.
witticisms.
He really just called us a clown.
To your future career in the circus.
You're the whole circus.
You put that glass down now, or I'll put it down for you.
I didn't think I needed to spell it out, but here we go. If the accuser's coming home from your books instead of Bourbon books, there's no doubt he still would have passed the place where the victim was stabbed.
Nuh-uh, reasonable doubt. He could have gone that way.
Yes, thank you, Inspector.
So we can't just ask our
Right?
client which way he went.
Allow me to reiterate for my learned, if somewhat slow, Nipponese friend.
Ow.
That did not hurt at all.
I
Well,
was gonna say, please get me a doctor.
no need, I'm fine. Whenever the man purchases these musty tomes, it makes no difference in the final analysis. Ah!
No, it does. Reasonable doubt. Come on.
As I suspected. Oh, excuse me. Should she really be a juror when she's a witness?
Yeah, well, she didn't really witness shit.
You can't fool me, and I don't suggest you try. What did I say? Hey, I've had enough of this now.
Beg your pardon. Terribly sorry, but would you mind repeating that?
Has he heard anything that's happened?
Right? Mr. Naruhodo, we mustn't give up.
What do you mean?
If the prosecution's assertion is correct, the members of the jury may very well decide that Mr. Natsume is guilty.
She's absolutely right.
We must think. We must consider the assertion just put forward by the prosecution very, very carefully.
They claim Soseki-san must have passed the location of the incident on his way home from your books, but raise an objection.
Raise it!
The assertion just made by the prosecution is fundamentally flawed. Explain yourself, counsel. Yes, my lord. You can see what I mean on this map. When returning from your books to his lodgings, Mr. Natsume could have followed the route suggested by the prosecution. However, that isn't the only conceivable route to take between the two places. If the defendant used these streets, look what happens. He arrives back at his lodgings without passing the location where the victim was attacked.
Objection!
Talking back to a clown is a fool's errand, of course. However, I feel compelled to point out that that route is what is commonly referred to as the long way round. On a cold winter's night, why would any man choose to take a longer route home?
Because his apartment's cursed.
Well, the answer is extremely simple. He wouldn't. In other words, the accused took the obvious route back to his lodgings and is the obvious perpetrator of this crime. But, yes, I've got it. Obviously, we must ask the man himself. Ask Mr. Natsume which route he took home. I have already informed the court of the accused's response to such questioning. He claims he has no recollection.
That's right. As I said, the bloke seems to spend his time outside wandering aimlessly from A to B.
So yeah, then maybe he didn't know it was a long way around.
That day was no exception. He says he doesn't remember where he was or which route he took home.
Great. I don't believe this. I thank you, my learned friend, and suggest that we do not waste any more of the court's time by wandering aimlessly around this subject. Pray, what say you insightful jurors? But even if that is the case, the defense still...
No!
I agree with Lord Van Zeeks wholeheartedly and in every way.
And I'm not biased because I hate you or anything. Why am I here?
What? I don't believe it. Does that mean...
We members of the jury are completely convinced now.
Very well. In that case, I hereby call upon all members of the jury to present your findings to the court.
Guilty!
Look,
Guilty.
wait a second.
Guilty.
Guilty. Whoa.
Guilty. Guilty.
I'm just doing what everybody else did.
I didn't hear
Oh
shit.
god. Well, I guess we lost.
Guess we gotta do that thing again
Game
like we did
over.
last time. Remember that thing that they don't like to do in court?
Oh yeah.
It would appear the jury's leaning is unanimous. No. To the insightful members of the jury, I applaud your brave resolve. You serve queen and country admirably.
Mr. Naruhodo?
No, not yet. This isn't over yet. I still have one last chance to sway the opinion of the jury. I have to tip the balance of those scales the other way. I have to turn this around. Somehow. Those are the eyes of Query, not yet willing to give up and die. So I presume you intend to wield your rights again in this trial. Rights of the defense written in antiquated British law that should have been buried long ago. Call it antiquated if you will, but it's the defense's prerogative to carry out a summation examination if it so chooses. Very well, counsel. In accordance with the letter of the law, we shall proceed with the summation examination. Are the members of the jury ready, Mr. Foreman?
Of course we're ready. I'm all too familiar with that Nipponese whippersnapper and his onkus refusal to throw in his alley.
Yep.
I don't know what that means.
It's, again, I do actually have to say, it is weird that you're here and you were involved in the
Yeah.
trial before, and you seemed a little sus in that trial, so it's conflicted. Very well then, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you will each explain on what grounds you have determined the defendant to be guilty.
It'll be funny if the old man is just like, I didn't hear anything.
Yeah, I just did what everybody else did. For pity's sake, the little Nipponese oddity already admitted it himself, didn't he? If he said that a woman in green collapsed before his eyes, well, it could only have been the victim. The man wouldn't have gone around the houses on his way back from the bookshop, not in winter. So the poor woman was attacked from behind, was she? How dreadful. I really don't care. Can't we just wrap this up now? I've got work to be doing.
Your books, yes. Nice shop, that. But bourbon books? No, not worth a visit. That's all I have to say about that.
That has nothing to do with...
With only minor exceptions, the reasons for finding the defendant guilty are all too clear. When the stabbing occurred, the only two people at the scene were the victim and the accused. And the accused himself has admitted to seeing the victim in her green overcoat sink to the ground before his eyes. Furthermore, we have heard from the inspector that the defendant then fled the scene. Sus as hell, I say. I must say, I would have ample grounds to convict this man already.
Oh dear, even the judge appears convinced of Mr. Natsume's guilt now.
Why did he have to run away like that? And how are we supposed to believe in some phantom attacker that nobody could see? This is impossible. How can I possibly make a case for the defense?
Mr. Naruhodo, this is no time for grumbling. If we want to force the trial to continue...
Yes, I know. I have to turn the tide. I must make the jurors change their mind. Well, 4 of them at least.
Exactly. We have no choice but to forge forward.
You have the floor, counsel. Begin your summation examination. Yes, my lord. I just need to keep this trial going somehow. Whatever it takes. Come on, Ryunosuke. You can do it.
Here's where we get to see him pacing, moving around an Ace Attorney.
Animation.
All right, press that bitch. Or does that...
Pit.
Oh, that's where we pit them against each other.
Compare them, yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll press everybody first.
Excuse me, but aren't you...
Oh, yes, that's right. I was in the witness stand myself just 2 days ago.
Yes, I had a feeling I knew your face. Or the other side of it, anyway. If I remember correctly, you're a banker, aren't you?
That's right. After the gold rush down under, that's Australia, I came back to London to work. And it was all going swimmingly until you started fossicking around. Bruce Fairplay was a man of repute.
Sorry?
Don't think I've forgotten how you treated me the other day. You had me and that young hatter pegged as criminals.
Well, you know, water under the bridge.
Now there's all sorts of rumors buzzing around, and the police have been badgering me non-stop.
If I could turn back the clock...
Well, anyway, I don't know about the hatter, but at least I'm in the clear now. I'm free to make up my own mind about who's guilty and who isn't.
Thank goodness. All right, maybe I might struggle to change this man's mind, given our awkward history.
Oh dear, I wonder what's become of Mr. First now.
You're right at the time of the incident. The defendant admits to having been seen somewhere wearing a green overcoat walking ahead of him.
That's precisely my point. Clearly that someone wearing green was the victim. Clearly that funny... For a second I thought it said Neopet.
That funny little Neopet.
The funny little Neopet with the disturbing mustache is the culprit.
Oh my god. But let us not forget, madam, he's no Neopet. The defendant vehemently denies attacking the woman.
Why, of course he does. If he admits to stabbing her, his life is over. The man is obviously a liver-faced coward, honestly claiming the woman simply collapsed before his eyes.
But if that's a lie, as you're suggesting, do you think he would have concocted something more credible?
Oh, I really couldn't say. After all, you are foreign. Who's to say what goes through your funny little minds?
Just casual racism. Boo-boo-boo-doo.
I could tell you what's going through my funny little mind right now, but you wouldn't like it. Flips her the bird.
I do declare, the man has already made the admission. He himself has stated that there was nobody else around. So the conclusion is always somebody threw a knife.
Yeah, duh.
No one else could possibly have committed this awful crime. Because they even say, like, I remember when they were talking about it, they were like, oh yeah, the knife didn't go in that far. And so that's why she's still alive. So it's like, yeah, they probably threw it, and that's why it didn't have, like, as much force, you know?
Do you think somebody was trying to kill him? If he was
Maybe.
behind her?
Maybe. But no one else could have done it. The accused be the man. Really could be more simple.
Your argument is compelling in its simplicity, I must admit. However, I do not condone your racism.
Oh no, you were too kind, my lord.
That went well for her.
The man wouldn't have gone around the houses on his way back from the bookshop, not in winter.
Hold it! But you can't deny that there are other routes Mr. Natsume could have taken back from your books.
From my books. Oh yes, like you drew on the map, you mean? What was it, Calabash Road or something?
Precisely.
It seems to me that what counts is whether the little Japanese fellow actually went that way or not. Again, the question.
Well, yes, that's true.
And at the moment, there's no proof that shows he did, is there?
Well, yes, that's true as well, but there's also no proof to show he went that way too.
And as I understand it, the accused himself doesn't remember which way he went, does he?
Well, yes, that's annoyingly true.
Winter nights are dark and cold, so the way I see it, you'd want to get home as quickly as possible.
Well, yes. Why is all this true?
So really, the only thing that makes sense is that he went home on Briar Road.
I'm supposed to be convincing you here.
I've given it a lot of thought, you know. I didn't just make up my mind on a whim that he did it. I mean, if there was some logical reason why he might have gone the Calabash Roadway, it'd be different. I'd be happy to reconsider my position in that case. Honest, I would.
A reason why Soseki-san might have taken the longer way home.
Yes, a good reason. I don't imagine you'll be able to sway this young man's opinion without one. Is there anything else on that map?
Yeah, let's look. Yeah, it's actually mine.
Or it's there.
Yeah, I know, I was just looking at everything.
Oh, okay.
Get the magnifying glass. Calabash Road.
Isn't that the name? That's the name of the villain in the Halloween Town movie, Calabash.
Oh, maybe.
I think.
I mean, I think that must be like a reference to something from like mythology, maybe.
Hang on. Let's look at this again.
So, yeah. Stab wound in the back. Family Railroad, East Side. Unconscious, details unknown. Single stab wound, no other signs of injury. Yeah. Oh, we have people.
Here, what about this one? Tired man. Oh, okay, no.
She's in attendance today as a member of the jury, yep. Iris. Victim.
All right, well, let's continue listening to these people. Somebody might say something.
I was wondering what that sound was. I think it was her slapping her cheek. I was like, why is there like a sound in the background?
That's what it be.
Yeah. Whatever is the matter, young man?
You're the wife of Mr. Garadep, weren't you? The landlord who rents Mr. Natsume's his room.
The master's wife? Where do you get your ideas, sir? I'm the maid, you understand?
Lying in a court of law! She's keeping up that charade. Oh, this is gonna be awkward. Why didn't you mention this yesterday? That you'd be selected for the jury in this trial, I mean.
Well, I was told not to mention it to anyone until the day of the trial, you see. It was in the letter I received. The instructions were very clear, so I'm afraid I had no choice.
I see. Anyway, Mr. Natsume, the defendant, takes lodging in your master's house, doesn't he?
Yes, that's right. Although he's only been in a little over a week now.
And in that time, surely you must have taken stock of his character. Does Mr. Natsume look like the kind of man who would commit a crime such as this?
Oh my goodness me, yes, he's just the sort.
Jesus. What?
Spending all his time in that dark and dingy room, sporting that unscrupulous mustache. Geez, everybody hates his mustache. The man never speaks. And don't get me started on those shifty eyes. All the neighbors are talking about him. I've heard them, you know. People think he must be building a bomb in there or something.
Oh dear, poor Mr. Natsume. How could people say such things about him? He's just a harmless bookworm, nothing more.
Well, you just called him a worm, so... Anyway, I better be careful about inviting this maid to speak. She said enough damning things already.
I really don't care.
Look at this Chad. He's like, look at me, I'm so buff. A man's life is on the line here, sir. This will take as long as it takes.
Don't get clever with me now, son. My life's on the line too, and so is my family's. The likes of you wouldn't understand, but a laborer like me can't afford to take time off. If I don't work, I don't eat, and neither do the wife and kids.
Do they not pay you to do this? Oh, I see. That must be very hard.
I go to the union every morning to find out what needs doing. If you're late and the work's taken, it's tough. This time of year, there's water and gas supply pipes bursting left, right, and center. They're after cheap labor to get the roads dug up to fix it. It's a hard slog, from dawn till dusk it is.
So, you were out digging up the roads on the day of the incident as well, were you?
Wait, that's right. In fact, if I remember rightly, it was just around the corner from where it all happened. By that old bookshop. There you go.
What? Another coincidence?
That's right, Mearsham Street it was.
Mearsham Street.
On the map, Mr. Naruhodo, there are only 3 named streets.
Juror number 5, I need you to add that information to your formal statement, please.
What's the point in that? Can't we just get this business over with now?
Please, sir, it's important.
Say, fine, I'll do it then. Okay. On the day it happened, I was in Mearsham Street from dawn till dusk. Put that against that guy.
Okay.
And have gone around the houses on his way back.
Objection!
See what happens.
Those 2 statements are clearly at odds with the other. At odds, counsel? Explain yourself.
Please, don't point. It wasn't me, I swear. Huh? What? I just want to get this done and dusted.
Well, juror number 3?
Oh, me, sir? What do you mean?
Juror number 5's words just now are extremely significant. Look at me walking. That is super significant. Ace Attorney doesn't do this often. Miles Edgeworth Investigations did it a little.
Full-on motion capture.
But not like this. This is not your mama's Ace Attorney. Let's take a moment to consider the implications of what's been said on our map of the local area. On the day in question, Mr. Natsume visited this bookshop to purchase a number of secondhand books. And on the same day, we now know that there were works being carried out on Mearsham Street, making it possible, or making it impassable. Which means that the defendant's route home could not have taken him along Mearsham Street and down Briar Road.
Oh, yes, of course. What do you think, sir?
Gesundheit.
I think I got a sneeze. Well, yes, you can't argue with that, really, can you?
It must have...
I'm allergic.
Good too. I'm allergic to the truth.
Good 2 yards or more of the pavement up. Every gentleman and gentlewoman that came along had to turn back and go the other way.
So, the only conclusion is this. The defendant must have taken the longer route back to his lodgings.
Yes, I suppose he must have.
I suppose I must be right, eh?
Juror number 3, you said the following. The man wouldn't have gone around the houses on his way back from the bookshop. We see now that he had no choice.
Yeah. My lord, Mr. Judge, sir, if I may.
Yes?
I don't think in all good conscience that I can say the man's guilty now. Yes, I'd like to see this trial continue so we can get to the bottom of what really happened. Wow, we actually have a juror who's like a reasonable...
Yeah, I want to find the truth, please.
Yeah. What about you, sir?
Who, me? Well, alright then. If there's a hole in the prosecution's argument, it should be filled in. That's what I say. Get it? Because that's like what I do at my job.
I feel holes.
Yeah.
You know, wink, wink, nudge,
Oh my God.
nudge. I feel any hole.
Oh,
Oh, well done, Mr. Naruhodo. That was wonderful. Good job, baby. Good job, Pitten.
Well, we managed to change a couple of minds at least. It strengthened our position somewhat.
Yes, and it will prompt the other members of the jury to reconsider their stance as well. They'll be asking themselves if their current leanings are really right or not. Now, if only we could just identify one more clue or discrepancy that would make them stop doubting Mr. Natsume. We might be able to tip the balance completely.
Yes, that's exactly what we've got to do. Venzeeks is looking to bring this trial to an early conclusion. That's what we have to prevent, by whatever means we have at our disposal.
Whatever means.
then he takes out the sword.
Yeah.
If we just kill some of the people who said guilty, then their votes won't count.
No!
Thank you, Counsel. Yes, my lord. Don't make me put Ergo on the naughty list. I heard what he said about murdering everyone.
Okay. So I guess we'll go to the old... We never got around to pressing him, so let's go ahead and see if he says anything.
Sorry.
Fold
it, you say? Fold what? No. What I said was hold it. What I wanted to ask was, do you visit your books often? I like the old books they have in there, yes. I enjoy reading them over a nice cup of old tea. That's my daily routine, you see. Same thing every day, including the day you're talking about.
Was everybody on the jury, like, in the area at the time?
Yeah, we were. And at what time did you visit your books on the day in question?
My books?
Well, I was picking out books in there all afternoon, and it would have been just before 5 that I left. That's my daily routine, you see. Same thing every day, including the day you're talking about. Just before 5, you say? Exactly when the victim was attacked. Yes. Are you sure about the time? Oh, yes. No mistake there. I remember it well. I'm not about to forget that day in a hurry. Not after the dreadful time I had.
He's wearing a green coat.
Oh my fuck, he is!
He's the one that fell down.
Oh my god, baby!
He's the one that
You're such a genius! I didn't even notice!
Soseki. Wait, but then why were his books? Shh. Oh, those were just the
Maybe those
the
were her
victim's
books.
They weren't even his.
Fuck!
Maybe.
Yeah, let's keep talking to this
Okay.
old man. Well, I was walking down Calabash Road when I slipped on the ice and dunked my head. It was always worse after the snow stopped falling. That's when it's most slippery. Knocked myself clean out, I did. I really thought my number was up. Wait a minute. Let me get this straight.
We gotta pit him with weird Betty Boop lady.
This happened on Calabash Road? That's right. I live in Cornpipe, you see. Heading down Calabash Road is the quickest way for me to get back from your books. Juror number 6, I must insist that you add that information to your formal statement. It may be very well be extremely significant. Sorry, extremely sick? Oh no, I'm quite all right now.
But no, baby, you're right. 100% right. You've changed 2 of the jurors' minds, Mr. Naruhodo.
Yes, just 2 more to go.
Deliver the finishing blow now. It's time to turn the tables over.
Time to flip the table.
Wish I knew how to do a Susato takedown. I suppose words will have to suffice for now.
Okay. So let's go to Pit.
Yeah, Pit.
Yeah.
Pit, weird lady.
Oh, yeah.
I keep calling her Betty Boop Lady. That's just what I'm gonna call her. With juror number 6.
Wait, hold on. I think I have to go over to, yeah.
Okay, there you go. Pit.
Slept over that evening myself on Calabash Road. There you go.
There you go. Pit.
Those 2 statements clearly show a flaw in the juror's reasonings. A flaw? What are you talking about, counsel? Well, juror number 2, juror number 6.
Whatever do you mean, sir?
I think perhaps the old man didn't hear you.
Unbelievable. It's not like I was loud or anything. There is at least one fact of which we can be sure here. The bookshop receipt found in the defendant's room clearly indicates that on the day of the attack, he had been to your books and purchased a number of second-hand titles. He then returned home on foot.
But the man says he has no really good collection.
That's correct. But what he does remember is seeing someone appear in front of him on the way. Someone in a green overcoat who suddenly collapsed on the pavement before his eyes.
Yes, we are all well aware of this. The poor young woman who stabbed us.
Can we really be sure of that, madam?
My, whatever do you mean?
I'm sure you heard juror number 6's account of what happened to him that day. That same afternoon, there was somebody else apart from the victim, who was wearing a green overcoat and who fell over on the icy streets in the neighborhood.
Oh my! My goodness.
Oh, yes, right. Sorry.
My goodness, you mean?
That's right. I'm referring, of course, to hard of hearing juror number 6.
Come on down. Are you really suggesting that the person in the green overcoat whom the defendant saw collapse in front of his eyes was the jolly old gentleman on the end of the beach here with me today? Beach bench?
That is entirely possible, yes. After all, the old man is a somewhat similar build to the victim.
Well, look at that.
My goodness me.
Oh, sorry! You need a pee!
Oh my god.
And crucially,
Yes, I do. Can we have a bathroom break?
we know precisely where the old man in the green overcoat fell. Oh, that's right.
On Calabash Road.
Therefore, if the person who Mr. Natsume saw collapsing in front of him was in fact juror number 6, it means the defendant must have taken the long route back to his lodgings. And if that's true, then clearly, the crime scene on Briar Road where the woman was stabbed was not on his way home.
Oh my.
His only crime is leaving an old man defenseless on the icy road.
You idiot old man. If you hadn't been so daft as to be roaming about there, we'd have boxed this off hours ago. And really, what were you thinking, wearing such a befuddling coat?
What did you say to me? Is it a crime for the elderly to walk the streets these days? Is it a crime to slip over on the ice? Is it a crime to be such a gilf? Granddaddy, you'd like to fuck?
No.
Is it a crime to keep up with the latest styles and wear a beautiful green overcoat, is it?
My lord, I do hope it won't cause any inconvenience.
Striker kiss. You would like to change your leading, I presume? I'll just get the fire ready for you.
I do declare that I would. I should like to call for a verdict of not guilty.
Striker, we know what Chrissy's into.
No.
No, it's not true. No. It's called improv. I swear.
And I would too! What? Is it a crime to change your mind? Is it? Well...
I like how he's all like, see, I can do it. Striker, yes, improv.
Yay!
Yay! Also, another reason I call him Santa Claus, on the stained glass window, there's like a white and red little circle. It kind of looks like a candy cane. See, he's a Christmas judge. He just is.
Yeah.
Well, that summation examination has concluded with a rather large shift in opinion. The eyes, 2, the nose, 4. So the nose have it, not guilty, they say. Which means we no longer have a consensus amongst the members of the jury. The trial will continue.
Objection!
But what is the jury's stance on gilfs? Does the judge
What about it?
consider himself a gilf? Could it seem careless of me to drink from my hollow chalice moments after raising an objection?
Should we keep a count? This is the third glass he's broken.
Yeah.
Because he threw one, and this is the second one he's crushed.
Yeah, he does that a lot.
So he's gone through 3
So
wine
far.
glasses. And 1 bottle.
Only to crush it into disgust. Pray forgive the discourtesy. Lord Van Zieks, it seems I must retract my earlier remark.
What do you mean?
I mistakenly credited these jurors with intelligence by describing them as insightful.
Wow.
I knew he was gonna say something like that.
Yet we have just witnessed them falling for a cheap trick performed by an Eastern entertainer.
What?
What the fuck? Dude, get over yourself.
Eh? Whatever do you mean?
I haven't tricked anyone. Everything I've said is the truth.
Right?
Indeed, stalwart juror number 5 was undoubtedly repairing the road as he claims. I believe you said it was a good 2 yards of the pavement which you excavated, son.
That's right, took me the whole day, and they paid me a measly 2pence for it.
Now, my learned Nipponese friend, tell me. Do you have any notion of the distance that 2 yards represents? Well, if I'm honest, I don't have a clue, no.
2 yards is a little less than 2 meters.
Less than 2 meters? That's not much at all. In other words, a distance readily vaulted by anyone of moderate vigor.
Wait, saying that he jumped over it?
Would you not agree, my stalwart friend?
Me? Well, I can't say you're wrong, no.
But he said they turned everybody back.
Yeah?
What? And did you perchance erect a sign to prevent pedestrians from passing the site of your works?
I wouldn't dream of it. What a waste of time. No coaches would have had a hope of passing anyway, and we just turn any gentlefolk back when they come. Kids just jump right over us all the time.
The accused is no gentleman as far as I can see. I have little doubt, however, that he could spring over a 2-yard trench in his meanderings around town.
Is that true? Is it?
The incontrivable truth is that the books just purchased by the accused were found at the scene. There can be no doubt that on his way back to his lodgings, Mr. Natsume walked down Briar Road.
Wait, how do they know the books belong there?
Because it's the receipt. I guess. But we found the receipt in his house.
And old man. Gold man! You can talk?
What?
You say that around 5 o'clock on the day in question, you slipped and fell on Calabash Road. Pray, was there a suspicious-looking Nipponese behind you at the time? Oh, I can't say I remember.
You don't remember?
How about the wager, my learned friend? You say it was the old man that the accused saw, but I would lay 1,000 to 1 against you being able to prove it. Ah! Order! Order! Lord Van Zix, explain yourself! My lord, if you had such a trenchant argument up your sleeve, why in the world did you not proffer it during the summation examination? I wanted to give this young foreign student the sightseeing experience he has no doubt come for. I wanted him to see for himself how the opinion of the jury is so readily swayed. Ugh. But my hospitality has its limits, and they have been reached, I feel.
Whoa. The cape is off.
So, my learned friend, today's sightseeing tour of London is now over.
What are you talking about?
My lord, the prosecution requests permission to call its next witness to the stand. Granted. Bailiff, bring forth the witnesses.
Its next witnesses? Mr. Naruhodo, do you not remember? We've been told on several occasions that there were eyewitnesses to the incident.
Yes, I remember. One of them being a Scotland Yard policeman, no less.
I'm afraid that's likely to be the prosecution's next witness.
All right. No matter who Van Zix brings to the stand as his witnesses, and no matter what they say, I believe in Soseki-san. I know he's innocent. Don't keep believing to the very end, until this battle is over.
Well, shall we... These are some people. But,
Are they children? We're children.
One of
We're
them's
children.
the police officer.
Well, he looks like a child.
Shall we leave off there?
Yeah, I'm getting hungry. It's time for you to take me on our date.
Okay.
Time to go to Olives.
Go to the Olives.
Yep.
Oh, speaking of which, the victim was named like Olive. Yeah.
See? It was meant to be. You can't squirrel your way out of it now.
Right? Hold on. Or where's that's the photograph?
Look at this graph. Yeah,
olive green.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Hell yeah. All right. Well, everybody, we're going to go ahead and leave it today at this part of the trial and come back to it next time on Great Attorney Chronicles Z. But in the meantime, let's find somebody in which to raid. So let's see. Rosaldia.
Kaizamon, Hell.
Let's see. Stark.
She just start.
Let's find out, shall we?
Do. Oh yeah, Rosalia just started a couple.
Yeah, let's raid her. All right, so let's raid our friend Rosalia. And what is she playing again? What was that again?
I didn't recognize it. It said
APICO?
a Pico?
A Pico?
Become conservationist? Huh.
Marionette attempts to become a conversationalist.
Conservationist.
So let's go ahead and raid our friend. So raiders, if you would be so inclined, go give our good friend Rosalia a rousing hello and warm welcomes, and make the rest of her stream a fun one. Thank you guys for coming to ours, and we really appreciate it. Thank you, everybody. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.